What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope everything is going good. My chat's not coming through. Is chat coming through? Is anybody even talking?
Yep.
People are, oh my God. There's always something. There's technical problems. That's why we named it. What we named it. And now that's just, okay. What? So, there's an update that came in recently for my freaking chat thing. And now it's just not working. Not working, man. Not working. Live chat. There we go. Chat's coming in. Good.
They're complimenting your haircut.
Thank you. I grew it myself.
Crispy.
It is crispy. Oh yeah.
The voice from the ether.
The ether. Yeah. We do have our co-host for the day coming in.
What's up, y'all?
Now the chat stopped again. Why did it stop?
Because you put me on the screen.
Maybe. Did somebody, Abby, type something in the chat?
Why?
Oh, okay. There we go.
It's coming in.
There we go. Okay. Let's, That's fine. All right. We're good. We think we're good. I think we're good. Anyways, you like the haircut, guys? Appreciate it.
Looks great.
Appreciate it. This is not supposed to be on the screen yet.
Oh, grease lightning and burning up the quarter. That's what it makes me think of.
They're like, John still has no headset. We got to get you a mic. Actually, I found.
Wait, I can go get my headset. I have earphones with the mic. I could do that.
You got one?
My gaming headset. Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's a trash gaming headset. We're gonna find out.
While we're waiting.
Smash the like button, share the live, do what you need to do. Got a lot of anxiety today.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
Don't know. Smash the like button, share the live, do what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen. You know, John, I actually found a headset that would probably be pretty good for you for this.
How's this? How does this sound?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but now you're delayed.
Is he?
Yeah.
My camera's delayed.
Oh.
Everything's delayed. I think you gotta leave and come back. No, I didn't recover from that snap by any means. I did not recover from that snap at all.
Pop goes the weasel.
Yeah, that's better, but now you're fuzzy as hell.
There you go.
You want from me?
It looks good now.
I want perfection.
It cleared.
I want absolute perfection. I want no mistakes. I want no errors. I want no issues. I want nothing. I want absolute perfection at all times. Do you think that's fair?
In 2 years, I don't think you've had a live that meets that criteria.
You're not wrong.
Bro, it's crazy how many technical issues I have. It is insane. Guys, smash the like button, share the live, do the things you need to do to make sure we get out to the people that we need to get out to. We're only at, We're only at 1,000 likes. What the hell is wrong with you all? What is wrong with y'all?
Get tapping.
What is wrong with y'all? That needs to be at 20,000 likes. That's the bare minimum to just start a live is 20,000 likes. Bare minimum.
You don't have the bar up, by the way.
I know I don't.
Oh, okay.
Because we're still just getting into it. We're just getting hyped. We're just getting in the mood.
Absolutely.
To take
For
down...
those who are wondering, hey, why are there so many owls behind you? It's because it's Thanksgiving time and I'm at my mother-in-law's house.
You can't even see the owls anymore. It's just like a creepy doll in the top.
That's fair.
You're covering the owls.
All right.
There you go. There's the owls.
Talk for me for a second, John. I got to set your audio.
I am John, the little one. Hear me roar.
That'll do. That'll do. That's much better than your other mics. You got to use that more often.
Somebody
Oh, yeah?
wants to know who's taller.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
I'm 6'1".
He's got me.
By an inch.
I used to be 6'2". I got to bring that up every time.
Got me. You used to be 6'2"?
Yeah,
What
I shrunk.
happened?
I don't know.
I think he just measured himself.
No,
wrong.
I didn't. I measured several times 6'2" throughout my life, and I went to the doctors and got measured recently, and they're like 6'1", and I was like, my goodness, what happened?
Were you standing straight?
I don't know. Maybe I was compressed that day. Sometimes you might lose an inch just from gravity.
Maybe you were
That
slouching.
happens. That happened. Maybe I was slouching. I don't know. I was getting measured. I was probably
How tall are you, Abby?
I'm like 5'9", 5'10".
5'10". Oh, so you're tall. You're a tall girly.
I am tall.
She is. Yep. Doctor lied.
Dr. Light.
Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for walking with us. Be present with us. Give us the Holy Spirit. Allow us to have the sword if needed. Allow us to have good conversations. And if we're not having good conversations, let us strike down those dirty heathens. In Jesus' name, amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is Islam is a red flag. Islam is a red
Ooh.
flag. Where is my...
Come on, Muslims. No, I'm sorry.
Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. We want that. There's many reasons we could say it's a red flag. We're curious if you could tell us why it's not a red flag. That's what we're curious about today. So smash the like button, share the live. There's multiple places that you can join to have a conversation. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's bring up a guest.
If my background noise is loud, just shut me up because you have the power to do so.
I do. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm
Floodgate
29.
John.
I'm sorry, John. I didn't know the topic was for Islam. I was just joining to say I love your live. I'm a police officer in South Florida.
Ooh.
A lot of times before I go on shift, I watch your videos just to motivate myself and
That's based.
Aw,
the word of
That's
God with
based.
me. I just
dangerous job.
It is. Yeah. You better be training jiu-jitsu.
amateur boxer background.
Jiu-jitsu. You got to do jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
You got to do jiu-jitsu because you got to
Jiu-jitsu
grapple and you got to arrest and you got to
Is
cuff.
the way to go. Correct. 100%. I need to.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the nice
I
words.
appreciate it, man. Love you, brother.
God bless.
All right,
Got to do that jiu-jitsu, son.
That was a good way to start.
It's a good way to start. You
Wholesome.
were saying something, Abby? But when I brought up the
Oh,
guest?
I thought you hadn't flicked the button to turn on the floodgates, but you did, so I turned it on. I opened the gates.
Oh, yeah. Open the floodgates, Abby.
I did. I already did.
Caden, hello. How are you? And just real quick, how old are you? Caden?
Hello.
Caden. Caterino. Okay, Michael. Oh, that was me.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. How old are you?
22, by the way. How you doing?
Excellent. Why are you yelling at me?
Sorry, I have to hold my mic up close because it's on my cell phone. But what's the question you're asking today?
Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong.
No, no, I agree with you. It is a red flag.
All right, W.
I don't disagree with you. Not 100, not even 1%. Islam is, in my opinion, it's what led to the murder of thousands of Christians and execution
You
of,
gotta say smurder.
of Christian martyrs. And I have friends who are Orthodox Christians who were persecuted, whose families were persecuted by Muslims. I mean, I've known a lot of these people, so I do have to agree with you. Islam is a red flag, and Jesus is king, Donald Trump's the president, and America is.
Appreciate you, bro. I heard you were driving. You can't be driving, and you also got to say schmurder. All right, guys. You're failing me right now. 7,000 likes ain't gonna cut it. Ain't gonna cut it. if you want good conversations, you want us to have like chats with people, you want us to like entertain you guys, you got to do your part. And your part is just smashing that like button as much as you possibly can. It needs to be at a bare minimum 20,000 likes. It needs to do that, or I'm going to unalive John.
That's dark.
What if they want me dead? You played yourself.
Christians Bale. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
48.
All right, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove me wrong. Go ahead.
Is there any other way to deal with your mental illness?
this
than
guy.
to go on TikTok live.
Man, imagine not having anything else to do with your life.
That's what he thinks about us.
What?
It's worse to come up and just
I
be
guess I
troll,
don't
though.
know the lore. Tell me the lore.
He's like a really weird, crazy guy, and he just comes up and spouts like a whole bunch of crazy things. Like he's asked me so many times, why don't I like unalive myself? Because I'll be
Oh,
with
it's
God.
that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh.
Yeah, and he just gets hostile for no reason at all. Guys, 11,000 isn't going to cut it. 11,000 isn't going to cut it. 20,000 is the bare minimum. Bare minimum. Holy ears? What? What does holy ears mean?
Are they making fun of your ears?
I don't know. Begging for likes is wild. Everybody does it. Okay.
If everybody jumped off a bridge, would you too?
Probably, yeah. Wouldn't you? Like if the entire world all started jumping off the
Nah.
same bridge, like
Nah, I'm
every
scared of
single
heights.
person, yeah, I probably would do it. I'd be like, there's got to be something they know that I don't know,
That's ridiculous, John.
and I would jump with
What
them.
the heck? You wouldn't think that maybe they were like mind controlled or something? That's
Well,
wild.
I'd probably try asking a few people, and they'd be like, "We just got to do it, man," and I'd be like, "Okay,
That's
I'll
wild.
go with you. Let's do
John
it."
has zero.
I'm a Christian. I'm just brainwashed pretty easily.
Your self-preservation skills are diminishing by the moment.
Legit.
Maybe I'm just looking for an excuse to jump off a bridge.
John.
So okay, maybe that guy, he's not crazy. He's just
Just trying to help you.
like
Just trying to help me along.
yeah, he's trying to help you.
That's messed up.
Remember when the mosque offered formula to the woman in need immediately? I do. Come up and let's talk about it. Click the multi-guest button. Stay with the beard. Everybody, why is everybody always? You guys talk about my looks more than I do, and I'm pretty narcissistic according to the left. It's like, John, you got to grow your beard. Don't shave your beard. It's too big. You need a mustache. Get a haircut. Don't get a haircut. Like my entire
It's true.
appearance
Yeah.
is her decision. She's she's the one who gets to pick.
We are neither Jewish nor Muslim, so beards not required.
Not required. You are the red flag.
I-
Come up and let's talk about it.
I have a goat. I have a goat on my face.
Even Stryker is showing he doesn't have listening skills. Who did I say get to make the decision? Did I say I get to make the decision? Did I say I get to make the decision? See, you don't have listening skills either. Oh my. Yeah.
What was that?
The fish oil.
Oh. What? You shouldn't be tasting that.
Whew. What if I paid for me to keep the beard? $500 a month.
I'm just gonna clip that part where you were making those noises, and then I'm gonna edit it to where I ask a question. Hey, what'd you think of today's arguments for the stream? And then I'm just gonna add that clip.
Your level goes like boom, 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 boom. I got to keep turning you up and down, up and down.
Well, no. I'm muting myself here and there because
No,
I'm
it's not
scared
that.
of
It's
my
like even when
family.
you're talking, because when you talk, it goes, and then when you start talking, it goes. No. We'll get you.
What
in
if I
line.
talk louder? Is that better?
I don't know. Maybe
The Muslims are gonna think I'm yelling at them.
you are. You are. Do
Yeah.
you have a noise gate? It's probably a noise gate on you because it's a gaming headset, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's probably a noise gate built into it.
Mm.
Built into it. You opened the floodgates, Abby?
Yep.
You got all the links posted?
Yep. See, they never come up when it's their day. They only come up when it's not their day.
Modern Brain says, serious here, Little John. I'll send you a new headset. DM me. I'll also send you a new headset. DM me. We'll find you one if you need one. But you told me no.
I mean, this works.
That Christian poverty mindset. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
28.
All right, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Yeah, can I break down what you mean by red flag? What makes it
Yes.
a red flag?
Yeah, I'd say it's a red flag because it's perpetuating something that isn't true, and it also has values that do not correlate with what we believe in the West.
So you're Christian, right?
Yep.
Wouldn't that be the case for the thousands of other religions?
Yep.
So why are you targeting Islam?
Because I want to.
That's funny. I mean, are you insecure about Islam? Like, why are you pointing out Islam?
Because I want
'Cause
to.
It's evil.
If
mean,
I picked
the other
something else,
religions-
they would be up here being like, why are you picking us? Somebody's
Say
got to
what?
get picked. I'm picking you. Get over it. Do you have an argument or
No,
no?
I mean, I don't think it's a red flag.
Okay, why?
I don't have to prove it to you. You're not going to agree.
Then why'd
So
you
why
come
are you up here?
I
What does
came
the
up to
title
say? Why are
say?
you targeting Islam specifically?
So you're coming up here because your fifis are hurt.
I guess.
Oh, sorry,
you
little
gonna
guy. You
clone?
need a hug?
I kind of do need a hug from Hitler.
Now I gotta let you go. TOS and all that.
That's
I
a red-
let you say
that's
what
a
you
red
want,
flag,
but
too.
yeah.
Just added another red flag.
Yeah. So Islam is a red flag. Another reason we can add to the list is Muslims want hugs from
Smitler.
Mustache Man.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
15.
How old?
15. Bye.
I thought he said 50.
No.
I thought he said 50.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you? See, this is what they do. None of them have any arguments. So they just want to... I don't know what that is. Take it down? That's what they do. When you cannot defend your faith,
Silence.
you silent the other person. You silence
pretty
the other
cringe.
person. Pretty cringe. Mm-hmm. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm over 18.
Mm,
How
doing
old?
Pretty good. 42.
All right, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not Islamic, but I don't see any problem with Islam in general. It's just
Okay.
like any other religion.
Okay. Do you like your for-child marriage?
I mean, no one's for child marriage.
oh, they are.
They are, yeah.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Muslims in America for child marriage?
Yep.
Yep.
Is that what they say?
They
Yep.
say they're for child marriage, but they have to adhere to the law of the land. They can't break the law, but they want to change it.
I don't think so.
Have you,
That sounds
have
like
you,
some
how many have
bullshit.
you talked to?
I mean, look at the Muslims in Congress. They seem to be pretty progressive and against child marriage.
Where did they say that?
Show me a Muslim in Congress
Like
that said that.
Ashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar.
Yeah, where's the quote? They said that.
I don't know if I have a quote, but I guarantee they're
Oh,
against
how do you know?
child
How do you
marriage.
know? How do you know?
I can show you in the Quran where it literally says that they can marry children, and that's their book for all people for all time.
Do you have the same heat for Christianity?
My book doesn't say that you can marry children.
Oh shit! No, you don't. Wow, that's silly.
I'll give you $20. You can show me a verse that says you can marry children.
I don't care, but also the Bible has some equally.
Oh, then what's the
shit
cope laughing
in them.
about? What's the cope laughing?
Cope laughing? No, I think you're being silly, and it's funny to me. That's not cope.
Okay,
that's just
wait.
you're funny to me.
So I want you to. We're gonna teach you terminology today. Silly is not an argument.
No, that's
So
why
how
I was
about
laughing.
so bring something of substance. Silly's
Okay,
not
of
an argument.
substance. I
'Cause you
look
know
at
what I
the
think? I think you're
actions.
silly. Now prove me wrong.
Okay, cool.
I think
I'm
you're a
glad you
silly,
think I'm
silly
a clown.
goose.
That makes me happy.
You're a silly goose. Prove me wrong.
Yeah. I don't really care.
Then
Then
why are
why
you
are
up
you
here?
That's
here?
my argument. I don't care. But
Oh, you don't
I think-
care? No, you do care because you clicked the button, right?
no,
Or did
no.
some
You said
robot take
I
over
don't
your
care if you
brain,
think
or
I'm silly.
aliens
That's
just
what I
take over
meant.
your consciousness
Spicy
to make you
John
make
is
an
right.
action that you didn't actually want to do? Did you
What?
click the
No, I
button?
was
Yes or
talking-
no?
You're not listening to me already.
Did you
Okay,
click the
cool.
button? Did you click
No,
the
you're
button?
not listening to me.
Did you click the button?
I did click the button, and I don't
So
care
you
if
do
you
care.
think I'm silly. I don't care if you think I'm silly.
Do you care about the topic?
Yes, I think it's weird that
Do you
you're
care that Islam
attacking.
teaches that you can marry children?
That's not what
Do you
most.
care?
Look at the actions. What's the
you
action
care?
of most Muslims
yeah,
in
so-
America?
Yeah, I actually have a bunch of
What is the
papers.
actions of
hold
most
on,
Muslims in
hold
America?
on. I have a bunch of papers of like child marriage, and a lot of them are Islamic countries. They do that. They're also advocates for cousin marriage. And yes, they adhere to the law of the country that they're in. They don't marry children if they're in a country that says it's illegal to marry children, but they want Sharia law, and Sharia law says you can marry children.
Well, you want Christian Sharia law, and that's a problem I have.
What is Christian Sharia law?
It's adhering to biblical law, which
Oh,
we
what's
shouldn't
that?
have.
Is
What-
that about like marrying children and beating your wives and like
That's
throwing
not
gay
what
people
Muslim
off of
stands
rooftops?
for. That's
It is
not the
though. It is
actions
though. You
that
just haven't
Muslims
read.
in America
Okay,
stand
so
for.
just tell me what isn't, like, tell me a few laws in Christian Sharia law that you're against.
What would Christian Sharia law be?
Hmm.
Excuses to enslave your slave, like loopholes on how you can keep your
Okay,
slave your slave.
can you show me one active Christian today that thinks that you should have slaves?
Oh, we're going by actions and not what the
You
Bible
just-
says.
That's
Can
hold
I-
on, Abby,
can I-
Abby,
That's your argument
hold on,
for
John,
law.
Abby. That's not what I said. I said what it's actively teaching, right? Islam actively teaches.
Actively teach-
Hold on, listen,
Islam's not
Linda,
actively teaching that.
Linda, listen. Islam actively teaches that you can marry children. Christians do not actively teach you can have slaves, do they?
Show me a Muslim in America that's actively teaching you. Can
Daniel
marry
Hikikachu.
children.
Daniel Hikikachu.
Okay, I'm sure there are Christians that are also teaching this bullshit.
Name one.
Look at those, like those Mormon sects.
Name a Christian.
Those Mormon sects.
That's
that
Mormon
not. That's
sects.
not a
child
name.
marriage. I don't have specific names, but there are Mormon sects out there that are Christian, that are extreme, that are
I'm
marrying
sure
children.
they exist. I'm sure they
It's
exist.
same with Muslims. You're doing the same to
No,
Muslims.
we're
I just
giving
did
you
to
names.
I'm telling you, it's an active practice in Islam.
No, it isn't. It's
Yes,
not
it is.
a
You have no
minority.
argument.
You're
Your whole
doing
argument is
extreme
not about
arguments.
Christianity.
You're doing extremes. That's not what the
It's not
average
extreme.
Muslim
It's not
is
extreme.
doing.
I've debated hundreds
Yes,
of
it
Muslims.
is.
I've debated hundreds of Muslims that want child marriage.
Oh, so your anecdotal evidence is good enough for you?
Well,
So
you
what
have
do you
nothing.
want? So I got the Quran that says they can do it. I got active preachers that say they can do it. I have the Sharia law that says they can do it, and then I have my anecdotal evidence. What do you have?
It's not even anecdotal because you can just go back through the lives and watch it all.
Yeah, it's currently
Okay.
recorded on my channel.
Like I timestamp it as like another child marriage defender, another child marriage defender.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of weirdos online. That doesn't mean you need to.
So you have
throw the
nothing.
whole-
Yeah, so let's
What?
just cut through the two quoque fallacies, okay? Two quoque fallacy is when you're just doing a whataboutism. So here's the question, direct and simple. Should child marriage be something that is taught or defended?
No.
Great. Then you also think Islam is a red flag because
No, I don't.
Guess what?
No, I don't.
Watch,
no, I
watch
don't.
this.
I just
watch
completely disagree on you with what.
Okay, watch
Islam
this. Watch
is.
this. Okay.
I have
A
a problem
Muslim would
with
not
anyone
agree
who
with
does
you.
that. Go after the
Oh, okay,
individual.
watch this. Watch this. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this.
Religion under the
Watch
bus.
this. Watch this. In Islam, is there a primary belief that Muhammad was perfect?
I mean, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter.
It does. So the
because-
primary belief in Islam is that Muhammad is perfect. You can't say he wasn't. That's a core dogmatic belief. Did Muhammad marry a child?
I don't care.
Cope laughing.
You don't
Oh,
care.
you should
don't
care.
care if Muhammad
That's
crawled
wild.
upon a 9-year-old girl?
I don't care about a historical figure.
So you don't care that the person that they think was absolutely perfect crawled upon a 9-year-old girl?
I mean, do you care about Jesus? Being
That's called a
with the
whataboutism. Let's not do
hookers
that again.
And
Wait. I just
You for
taught you
real?
what a two quoque fallacy is. I just taught you, but you forgot already, right? So, so
how about we
please
have a
lock
real
in.
This
conversation
is
instead
so
of this
funny.
weirdness?
No, this is so funny because you're like, are you mad that Jesus, loved and cared for people that were
Are
in
you
rough,
mad about
rough
ICE
stages?
deporting the immigrants? You mad about the ICE deporting the immigrants?
Lock
It's just
in.
more whataboutism.
Are you mad
So,
about
again-
Okay,
ICE?
so
attacking
answer
our
the
immigrants
question,
into this
please.
country?
Answer the question, please.
I am not cool with child marriage, no matter who.
Okay,
does
so
it.
you think it was
Okay,
wrong?
great.
So you think it was wrong? Muhammad crawled upon a 9-year-old girl,
That would be messed up. Yes.
right? So
but
then
I
you
don't
think it'd be
know
wrong
that.
for anybody to say that that man is perfect, right?
I would disagree with it, but I don't care ultimately.
You don't care if somebody
That's
says that a man
wild.
is perfect when he had sex with a child?
They're going after other ideals he was pushing for. The same way you
No,
think
they're not.
Jesus and God are perfect.
Again,
It's the same thing.
have you
Would
ever
you
talked
lock
to a
in?
Muslim?
What does it matter?
Because that's a dogmatic belief. You cannot say Muhammad wasn't perfect.
Okay,
So
that's up to them.
okay, so do you think it's a good thing to call a P3DO perfect?
I guarantee they're not thinking of the pedophilia when they're talking about that.
I guarantee you
Sure
they are, because I've debated them and they've defended him.
Okay, the couple of people you found online.
It's
Good.
Not
not
a
a
couple,
couple.
hundreds.
Cool.
Oh, and let's not forget about the Near East.
So how do you feel
Where that is
about
their primary
ICE raids?
belief.
How do you feel about ICE raids? Because that's part of
Is
Christian
the
Sharia law.
topic ICE raids?
How do you feel about ICE raids? That's
They're
Christian
great.
Sharia law.
They're awesome. What's your point?
Oh, then you're a fucking shitty Christian.
No, I think people who
You're a
break the
shitty
law
Christian.
should be put
Jesus
back
was
into
against
their
that
own
shit.
place.
Why should
I
I
think
care
you're
about
a
what
red
you think
flag.
about me? Why should I care about what you think about
Have you done
me?
any votes recently, Abby?
No, I thought
No,
we were
it's
having
cool.
fun.
Y'all are just maggots that are
Listen, you're the
deflecting
one. You're
all
the
this
one that's
shitty
not
shit
upset about
Christianity does
PDF files.
and only attacking Islam's because you're racist.
You don't have to be any
You
sort
know
of race
what?
to be
Oh,
a
you know
Muslim.
what? You know what? I'm racist. Why is that
I
wrong?
could be a Muslim.
Why is that wrong?
Yeah.
Because you deserve to get your ass kicked if you talk like that in public.
Who's gonna do it?
Pull up. Pull
There's
up.
enough people that are going to be pissed off at you to kick your ass.
Who's gonna do it?
Same people, if you were out there spouting this nonsense, you would get your ass beat.
It's
I'm
actually
literally
not
out here
nonsense, it's
spouting this
just truth.
nonsense all the time, and no one's done it yet.
Are you out in public doing it?
Yeah.
So you think just because people
Okay,
might beat
then
me
I'm
up for
surprised you
saying
haven't gotten
child
your
marriage
ass
is wrong
kicked
that I
yet.
So
shouldn't
so
say
deserve
it?
so your argument is this: I don't like what you're saying, and we're gonna beat you up for saying it.
No, you're being a fascist piece of shit that's trying
Define
to oppress
fascism.
other people. No, it's a system of oppression where they want to, one, say, back when we were great, we need to go back to when we were great, and I'm going to make us great again.
That's not a
What's that?
definition. What's the definition of fascism?
He has been voted off the
I'm
island.
giving
I
you
just I want to see if
examples.
he can actually define what
just
fascism
letting
is.
you know.
Listen, I am a fascist because I want to go back to when we were great before I started talking to you.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. You're just a
Before
little
you came
bitch.
up,
You're just a
the
little
moment
bitch.
before
You're
you
a
came
little
up,
bitch.
I
You're the
want to
one-
go back.
You're the
I
one that's
wanna
talking
go
about
back.
stuff you know nothing about.
You don't know shit, and you have a
Have you read a book?
He's reading the chat right now. That's where he is.
Go read about Islam and then come back.
He's probably upset because his uncle got deported.
My favorite part, and you wouldn't let me and John were ready because he's like, you're just, what was he saying? He's like, he's like, I'm not talking about active practice. And when his whole thing was like, well, are Muslims actively practicing child marriage?
That guy was kind of a clown.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hi, I'm good, and I'm 37. How are you guys today?
Good, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
I actually can't prove you wrong on that, but my stance is that you've spelled religion wrong.
Where?
He's making the joke that Islam it should be just religion.
Oh, I thought
religion
you-
is a red flag.
He does spell things wrong
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
I thought you were.
Come back on a different day when we actually do that topic.
Okay.
Such an edgy Reddit atheist. Never heard that joke before. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm 27.
All right, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Have you heard of the men of Azut that rode the Prophet Muhammad?
I've heard of Azu. Are we just going to get trolls today, or are we going to get one halfway decent conversation? Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
39.
All right, man. Oh, one sec.
And why you can't, unless it's, approved by the government. And it's all about going back to, something like.
All right, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Okay, so but just real quick, did you just say that you were a racist to the guest before the last one?
Do you think I was being serious?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Sure, why not? I'm a racist.
Okay, so the reason why I don't think Islam
Define racism for me first.
you're basing something, the quality of a person based on their the color of their skin or their physical features.
Equality? Like, what would be equality?
Say again?
What would be equality?
Like you made an assertion about that person based on the color of their skin, like a quality. You know, they have bad qualities because they're black or white or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has bad qualities because of the color of their skin.
All right. Okay. So you're not a racist. That's good. Anyway.
Well, it depends on what you mean by like a bad quality too, though.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, you said it. That's when you brought it up. We can go down that road if you want, but I'm trying to answer the prompt. That's okay.
He's not racist.
He said it. We already established that.
No, he's not racist. He's just playing with you.
You don't have to keep saying it, man. Like, I understand. He's not racist.
Yeah, he's got it. Islam is a red flag. Oh, all right, make your argument.
Anyway,
I have to say it because it's guilt by association. I have to say something. I can't just sit here silently while the person I call the big one says things. So it's like Toy Story. Anyway, yeah, Islam's a red flag. Answer his question.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that. But anyway, my anecdotal evidence to suggest otherwise, I've known plenty of Muslims. I have Muslims who are neighbors of mine, and they're even Trump supporters who are Muslims that live in my neighborhood. And they seem to be upstanding citizens. They don't exhibit any red flags to me. They're contributing members to the society in which I reside. I was also a soldier deployed to Afghanistan, Turkey.
The problem,
yeah, go ahead.
The problem with that kind of argument is like me and John both know somebody personally who was a Muslim who we both loved and was like a great guy and like hung out in our community and did like, he's like involved and we were like, yeah, this is a great guy. I like to hang out with him. And he's currently in jail right now for molesting his daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, and here's the thing. We can also say this. Like, him and I can both affirm the proposition that there are a lot of Muslims, right, that are good people as it pertains to like their everyday actions and everyday life and stuff like that. What we're attacking is not the people, unless the people are directly going to defend certain ideals and certain principles. What we're attacking is Islam and the fundamental core beliefs and tenets. We're attacking the religion, not the people in the religion.
Correct.
For sure. Yeah, like I was saying, I've been to Turkey, Iraq, Afghanistan, and I've established relationships with other people of Muslim faith in those communities as well. As much as you want to attack the faith, I think the communities and those cultures are made up of the faith. And someone would disagree with how they're being characterized as red flags. And on the flip end, if I were to say Christianity is a red flag because of Catholics molesting children and have a long history and ring of molesting children.
So that's again just whataboutism, right? That's like saying, well, they're bad, but so are these guys.
It's not a whataboutism.
It is. It's literally.
Well, again,
I'm drawing
and
a comparison with religion.
Well, the other thing, though, again, We're asking about what does Islam teach? What are the principles in the Quran? What are the principles in the Hadith? What are those things actually teaching that Muslims, right? And they could just be ignorant, right? I know plenty of Muslims that have never even read the Hadith, right? They're
Or the Quran.
or the Quran all the way through. And so what we're making a claim against specifically is going to be the teachings within the religion. Now, I can affirm 100%, yeah, Christians do really evil things sometimes. That's not going to be a problem for me. But that's not going to be something where you can point to a core doctrine of Christianity, such as you can point to a core doctrine of Islam.
And if we're gonna do whataboutism, like if you want to point to like the Catholic Church being involved in like molestation, which I don't deny that they were, statistically, public schools are far worse, and that's more secularist.
Okay, public schools are far worse. My point is, you asked me to prove if the prompt says Islam is a red flag and prove me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that there are other red flags, bigger red flags as well beyond the Islamic faith. So basically, what I'm doing is diluting your prompt.
It's not diluting. It's just whataboutism.
I'm diluting, not diluting. I don't know what you're talking about.
I said diluting.
But,
the question is simply this: do you believe that Islam is a red flag? The answer is either yes or no, or you don't know, right? We're not talking today about other religions, right?
Today's live needs account the fallacy drinking game. Tumbler glass emoji.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So all we're asking about, all the prompt is about, is we're talking about Islam and we're talking about what makes it a red flag, right? I could just grant you for the sake of the argument, yep, every other religion, Christianity, I'm a pastor, I could just grant you for the sake of the argument, yep, they're all red flags too. Now let's just go back and talk about Islam, because that is the point of the conversation today. So,
okay,
yes or no, do you think Islam
I'm using
is a
other
red
things
flag?
to prove you wrong. And no, I don't think Islam
No, that
is a
doesn't
red
prove me
flag.
wrong. That doesn't prove me wrong. That doesn't. Here's the thing. That's
My answer
where-
is no. Okay, so you can go
Okay.
ahead and get Gallup from there.
The problem, it's not Gish Gallop. The problem with like pointing at
I
other
made
things
one
is
point.
like the problem like pointing at other things is like, it's like, okay, my neighbor just unalived their best friend. And I say, yeah, they did that. And you say, well, yeah, but their neighbor unalived two best friends.
So where's the red flag?
The red flag in Islam is the fact that, well, for
No,
one,
the red flag in your example, not Islam.
in the example is, are you saying that the first person didn't do something wrong because somebody else did something more wrong?
Where was the red flag is my question.
The red flag is the unaliving of people. You gotta
or
say
murder.
smurder.
Sorry,
Yeah.
unaliving.
What was the point of that example then? I don't
Because the
understand.
example you're doing, because we're saying Islam's a red flag, and then you're pointing at all these other things and saying, well, they're red flags too. Okay, if my neighbor unalived their best friend, but their neighbor unalived two best friends, doesn't mean the first neighbor isn't a red flag.
Okay, so you're missing my point. When I'm addressing all these other red flags, I'm saying that religion or Islam is not particularly a red flag. The actions of those individual people or the people who reside in those particular communities, they can have exhibit other behaviors.
So you didn't listen to John at all. We're not talking about the people. You're not
How
listening.
many times have we said we're not talking about the people? We're talking
It's okay.
about
It's
the
okay.
teaching,
Listen.
the theology.
No,
If
hold
I
on,
see
John.
you
John.
walking
John.
down-
John. I'm just gonna let him speak. Steelman John's argument.
Say again.
Steelman John's argument. I don't think you were listening.
No, it's okay. If I see you walking down the street and
You ain't
I see
gonna do
your
shit.
if I see your vanilla ice haircut and
You
your
ain't gonna do shit.
screwed up hairline, I consider that a red flag. Go see your barber, bro.
Everyone's big and tough when they can hide behind a computer.
I genuinely, I do not understand people that cannot track a simple point. I will say it again for your benefit. We are not
He left,
talking
by the way.
about the people. Nasty little hobbit.
It's also like, just because somebody is like maybe like a psychopath doesn't mean they can't also do nice things.
Like
literally, that's kind of how psychopaths act. They're
that's-
so nice, and
That's why I brought up the example of the person that both me and John knew that we got along with very well. Now in jail for doing terrible, terrible thing. You know who I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Had a conversation about him last night.
Hello. How are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm 33.
All right. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Well, actually, I was born Muslim,
Hmm.
and as I started looking into other religions and start seeing the behavior of Muslim men and Muslim people, it is actually a red flag in our time right now.
Awesome.
It is scary. It's
Thank you so
not
much.
right.
Just looking for disagreeers. Hello. How are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
56.
All right. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
You're not wrong. It is completely a red flag.
Thank you.
Lots of love.
Hello. How are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm 18.
All right. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
All right, so why do you think that Islam is a red flag? Like, what's your argument?
Yeah, the reason I think Islam is a red flag is, for one, it perpetuates something that isn't true, like it contradicts history, so we can say that it's factually incorrect and we shouldn't believe false things intentionally. And the other reasons I'd say is that the core values and core beliefs of the teachings of Islam are not compatible with what we believe in the West.
All right,
And
so
and I would add one more thing. I would also say it has bad justifications for believing it from its conception to now.
Isn't that what I said first?
No, that's not what you said first. What you
All
said
right,
is
so
it
you
contradicts history.
guys said that, well, you were talking more about religion, not more of the people. And then you guys were talking about your neighbor, I think, that he was a child molester, right?
They're not
Whatever he
neighbors.
did.
Not our neighbor, no.
Somebody they know.
We're just giving an example of, like, somebody says, like, I've met all these people, they're so nice to us. Well, just because somebody's nice to you and you like hanging out with them doesn't mean that they're a morally good person. There is an Abby Cam today, guys. It's right there. Hello? Hello?
Lord, take me now.
Hello, how
I'm
are you?
annoyed.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm 19. Yeah, I just wanted to say this really quick because I'm not going to stay too long. I'm not Muslim myself, but I am from a Muslim country originally. That guy Nick was talking about how Muslims are, and you're right. Like, just because someone's good doesn't mean that they're going to be correct. Like, that their religion is going to be good. But in my country, there are Muslims in Idlib. I'm from Syria. In Idlib, they've been taking slaves from the western coast.
Just disagreeers only, guys.
Yes, taking slaves is also a red flag. Thank you.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hi, 31.
All right, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
No, so I've had the opportunity to hear what you guys have been saying, and you said that it doesn't coexist with the values of the West.
Doesn't correlate.
As you know, as a Muslim, you couldn't be further from the truth. You've given me your one example of a neighbor, this and this. You're saying statements such as, someone that like Islam teaches that it's okay to molest children.
Well, no, it's okay to marry a child.
Who said it's okay?
The Quran, 65:4.
What? That's absolutely wrong. At no
Okay,
verse
I'll read
in
it.
the
I'll
Quran
read it
does
for you.
say. Please.
It says, As for your women past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know, their waiting period is 3 months. This is called an IDA, right? You ever hear the no IDA, no HIDA? So those are the people who are past the age of menstruation. And for those who have not yet menstruated as well, who are those who have not yet menstruated?
First of all,
Not first of all, just answer the question.
I'm not a scholar of the Quran. You want to tell me that your one verse that you picked out is that's your
I can read
whole
Ibn Kathir. I
justification
can read
for
Ibn Kathir
everything?
along with it if you want. So Ibn Kathir,
You're coming
Allah,
off as
Allah
if
the Exalted
Christianity-
clarifies the waiting period of
Go
the
ahead.
woman in menopause, and that is one those who menstruated has stopped due to her older age. Her Ida is 3 months instead of 3 monthly cycles for those who menstruated, which is based upon the ayah in Surat Al-Baqarah, C2:228. The same for the young who have not yet reached the years of the menstruation. Their Ida is 3 months of those who are in menopause. This is the meaning of her saying. If you want the context of this, you just got to go back to verse 1. O Prophet, instruct the believers who you tend to divorce women, then divorce them in concern of their waiting period. So these people, these women in 65:4, not only can you marry them before they've reached their age of menstruation, they've already been married to.
First of all, you're taking it completely out of like the context. And second of all,
Give me the context.
Wait, real quickly. You have not
real quickly.
even,
Give me the
like,
context.
You have failed to mention that Christianity invented the child brides, which is wrong. It's not right.
Even if it did, that doesn't change anything that I just said.
No, it did. It did. So
Even if it did, it doesn't change anything I just said.
And it doesn't say that it's okay to marry childlike wives. That's not what it says over there.
It literally says
First
that
and
they were
foremost.
divorced. How do you divorce somebody who's not a wife?
And then you're talking about like red flag.
Notice how you're not answering questions. What's 2 + 2?
Go ahead. You can repeat. Go ahead.
What's
I'll
2 +
answer it
2?
for you. Go ahead.
What's
I'm
2
gonna
+
answer the
2?
question for you. 4.
Okay. How do you divorce somebody who's not married?
What do you mean? How you divorce someone? That's not what that was speaking about. That
Right.
was
It
talking
literally
about
says, "O
menstruation
Prophet,
cycle."
instruct the believers when you intend to divorce women, then divorce them in concurrence to their waiting period and count it accurately." So it's talking about the context of divorce. And then it says the women who have not yet menstruated, their waiting period is 3 months.
They're talking about that's where they're talking about before she could become like remarried. She has to menstruate for 3
Remarried.
cycles before
Remarried.
Which means what?
Which means what?
She's
They're
been
not talking about
married
child brides there.
before.
Okay. Obviously, at this point we're not gonna agree. But they sound like a red flag. Like like the one example you gave to me was this false statement about the child brides. What else is a red flag? Do you think?
What do I need anything else?
Give me a red flag. Give me
Okay,
one
the
more.
fact that you guys marry your cousins, first cousins.
Well, I
Do you think we're
was
moved to
gonna.
Alabama or the South. Okay, again, this is not an Islamic thing. It's not.
Yes, it is.
a
Well, wait a
religious
second.
thing. This-
So even if we didn't have the Quran, you would still affirm that your prophet is
Sure.
sinless, right?
First
Correct.
Google search.
Jesus.
First Google search.
As
Yes,
is
you can.
Jesus.
Hold on,
Okay.
just real quick. First Google search.
Go ahead.
Yes, you can marry your first cousin in Islam, as it's permissible and not prohibited in the Quran or the Sunnah.
I didn't say that it's prohibited. I said sure, but go get your like royal family in England that you guys all love so much, and they're
It's
the
just more
best Catholics
whataboutisms.
ever. No, it's not what about. I'm trying to tell you that's a cultural thing. It's not. It's not a
Marrying your
religious
cousin?
thing. The
Right. So
Christians do
then
it.
it's
Who's
not
this-
compatible.
Right. It's a cultural thing. I just said to you. So how do the Christians do it? And you don't speak a word of it, but it's
Nobody
now
should
you-
marry their cousins, but the Bible condemns marrying your cousin.
Why does it happen here?
People break
'Cause it's a
laws and do
cultural
things they
thing.
shouldn't do all the time.
It's because what's 2 + 2? Please,
4.
It's a cultural.
I just
thing.
answered your question.
Okay.
I literally answered your
Right,
question
but
verbatim.
Can
You
you
weren't
agree with
listening.
me that? But can you agree that it's not a religious thing? It's a cultural thing.
No, it's a religious thing because if we look at the data, right, primarily people who are marrying their cousins are Islamic countries.
Okay, so I just shot down your point right there with the whole argument there. Like, what else is a red flag? That they don't drink. Is that a red
Okay,
flag?
the fact that you can hit your wife if she doesn't listen to you.
You cannot hit your wife if she doesn't please. And I know the verse that's going to go to that is taken out of the context.
No, it's not.
Absolutely. But there's a lot of there's a lot of people in the name of Christ that are in jail for the same thing.
It's just more whataboutism.
So
how about the fact that you can cut
No,
off
it's not
somebody's
whataboutism.
hands if they steal an egg from you?
First of all, that's that is, again, you're talking about the hand for the eye for eye. Again, that's
You just
an old
keep
tradition.
doing
No,
whataboutism. That's all you're doing. So
You
is
can't-
it wrong? Is it wrong to hit your wife?
Brother,
Yes
of
or no?
course it is. What's wrong
Okay,
with
but
you?
you
Of
disagree with
course-
the Quran
yes, of
then.
course.
You disagree with the Quran then.
No, the Quran doesn't say to hit your wife.
Yes, it
How
does.
about the part where it says? How about the part where the Quran says if you kill one innocent, it's like you kill the whole world. That doesn't mean shit, right?
It prescribes that it is permissible. It prescribes that it is permissible to do. Do you think that it should be permitted?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay,
No.
then you disagree with the Quran because the Quran says that
No,
it
the-
is permissible.
The Quran is not talking in those contexts. Again, you're.
Well, can you actually
reading
tell us
a
then?
text-
Because all you're saying is no, it doesn't.
Of course I can. Yeah.
Okay, do it.
He's Googling.
I swear to Moses, if you go to ChatGPT right now. Which, listen, it can be a resource. I'm fine with that. but-
ChatGPT it.
No, you are supposed to be bringing us
Go ahead.
something
I'm saying.
because you're saying it's wrong, so you must know why it's wrong.
I just
You don't know without looking it up, do you?
Your argument can't be no, it isn't. Go
I'm not looking
Google it.
up. I'm telling you guys right now. Right now, if you
Abby,
ask
should we
what
just put your camera on the
Islam
stream
and
permanently?
Judaism
You've been
and-
involved today.
It's because they're all dumb today.
Big time. You're all dumb. You can't admit when you're wrong. She can't admit when she's wrong. Like it's a shame. Like
I haven't actually made any
Christian
arguments.
faith-
All I've done
Big
is
time.
asked you to make an argument.
Why did you put that? Okay, tell me this: is because it's prohibited to drink. Is that a red flag that you can't?
Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna
let's just
name.
go to-
I'm gonna
let's
name
just
three
go-
things. Hold on. I'm gonna name three things, and you're gonna tell me which one's the worst thing to do. First thing, marrying your cousin. Second thing, sleeping or marrying a child, and then third thing, eating a piece of bacon. Which one's the worst?
Come on, man. What do you mean? Which one's the worst?
Which one's the worst thing to
Obviously,
do?
One of the things that like marrying a child is right is that. Of course, it's the worst thing.
So why do you disagree with the Quran?
The Quran doesn't say to marry a child.
Literally, we just
there
literally
are
went
no
through it.
words. No. Those are what you. That's how you.
Ibn
interpret
Kathir
it.
said it was the young. Who are those who have not menstruated?
Let me ask you this though. You're going off a
No,
hadith right now.
answer the
I'm trying to
question.
explain this to- I'm trying to, but you're not allowing me to.
No, you're not
going off
answering the question.
hadith
If you're
right now.
answering the question, is let me ask you this. You're not answering the question.
No, I'm trying to tell you, but you keep interrupting me. I'm trying to tell you that you're going off of hadith right now. There are some like Muslims that are.
Give me one hadith that disagrees with it. Give me one tafsir or hadith that says it's not a child.
There's a lot of hadith. First of all, again, you have to separate the different.
Give me
sects as
one
well,
tafsir
too.
that says that 65:4 is not talking about a child.
It's not again. It's not talking about because it's prohibited. You went off of a.
Show me
that's like
one
me
writing
saying
in
that
Islam that says it's prohibited.
You could go ask any sheikh or imam that you want. They're gonna hear. You're gonna hear. That
I've
it's
asked.
prohibited.
I've talked to people who are in this category. I've heard
was it, a
sheikhs.
Sunni?
I've heard sheikhs say. I've heard imams say that you can marry children. It's permissible.
You heard them. You went and you asked them. Can you go and marry?
I haven't talked to a
child?
sheikh
And they said
directly.
it's
No.
permissible.
I haven't talked to a sheikh directly, but I've
Well,
heard them say it.
Just out of the sake of going for the fact and the truth, which again respect for having this talk. I do, but you might have a small percentage that think in a sick way, which I'm in agreement with you. Those are, if they think that way.
Okay, hey,
they're
listen.
sick, but
I pulled up.
Well, hold on, just real quick, real quick. Every one of you Muslims that just reported my live are pansy ass bitches. You just are. You're cowards. You're cowards, and you're afraid to actually defend your faith. Because I just got restricted for hate speech. It's hateful to say that you shouldn't sleep with children, you pansy ass bitches. Every one of you.
I don't agree with
every
that.
single
No,
one.
I'm saying, how you and me were having a productive talk.
I'm gonna restart the TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back.
All right, really quick. So I just went to sort of 434.
I've already ended it.
He was on TikTok. Nasty hobbitses.
Nasty hobbit. How is it hate speech? How is it hate speech? Don't marry children. You hateful bigot. My God.
I have heard more tu quoque fallacies in this 1 hour
than your whole life?
Than I have in a while.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How old are you?
I'm 25.
All right, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
I just wanted to correct the brother that was earlier when he said that you said it's a religious thing, not a culture thing. And it's 100% a culture thing.
Marrying children?
Yep. At that time, it was
okay. All right, here.
Culture accepted. And
here, let's just do this.
The simplest, just give me a second. The simplest evidence for that the non-believers, the one that didn't believe in the Prophet and hated him and wanted actually to kill him, didn't even mention that. They didn't call him out for that. That's how much it was accepted at the time. So if I hate somebody, I will find the mistakes that I have and I will call it out.
So you agree that Muhammad sinned?
You said what?
You agree that Muhammad sinned?
No. I told you if it was culture unaccepted. So because we already agreed that it's a culture thing.
So
not a
was it
religious
wrong?
thing.
So is
Because
morality?
it
Does
existed
morality
before
change
the
throughout
Islam.
time?
No, I'm going to tell you. It's something that the Prophet didn't come with. He didn't come with telling everybody,
Does
everyone
morals
to marry.
change throughout time?
Of course.
Morals change. So
Because
morality is subjective, and nothing is actually just based off what the
no,
people group think
no,
of that
no.
time.
Everyone has a standard of morality, and for us Muslims, our standards came with the Prophet, peace be upon him. So when he came with the true standards of morality.
Okay, so you would agree. So you would agree the proposition, marrying children is not immoral.
Because to your eyes, it is not.
Nope. No. I'm asking you. The proposition.
Yeah.
Marrying children or consummating marriage with children is not immoral.
Right now, to me as a Muslim and in Islam, it's immoral. Right now.
No.
With this
That's not how more. That's not
world
that's
that we live
relativism.
in. It's
Wait
immoral.
Wait a second.
It's not right.
No. Wait a second. That's relativism. So it is either the case that so if something is true, it's true for all time. So for example, 2 + 2 is 4. That's a mathematical principle. It was true back in that culture, and it's true today. Why? Because
No, it doesn't work like that. Not at all stuff. Like back in the day, in the days of the Prophet, it was okay to own a slave.
You don't think 2 + 2 is 4?
You said what?
Okay, the only thing I said right now is 2 + 2 was 4 is true back then, and it is true today, right?
Everybody watching on TikTok, you
But
need to be
you
smashing that like
already
button. We
made
need
a
to get it back up to
statement.
20,000 in like 5 minutes. Let's go. Get to work.
Yeah. So
But you already
2 +
made
2
a
is 4.
statement that
Wait.
Yeah, that's
Listen.
based
Listen.
on the statement you just made. You just said that truth is accepted at all times. That's not correct.
Then what does it mean for something to be true?
Like I said, when we speak about moralities, you have standards, and for us, standards has changed when Islam came.
Okay, so lock in, right?
Before Islam, a woman could not cover herself,
Okay.
Wait a second.
and
Wait a
that
second.
should
Wait a
be
second. Wait a
accepted to
second.
all
Let me
societies.
ask you a question.
But when Islam came,
simple question.
I'm gonna ask you.
Is it always wrong to sleep with a child?
you're putting it in a sentence when
Yes,
you
no,
try
or I
to
don't
make
know.
it
Is
as
it
evil
always
as
wrong to
possible.
sleep with a child?
That's not a yes or no question.
Yes,
You
no, or
gotta
I don't
understand
know.
that.
Is it always wrong to sleep with a child?
That's not a yes or no question.
Yes,
You
it
heard me the first time.
is. Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not. You see,
It's a
you
yes or
find it
no.
very
No.
difficult
So
to
let me.
accept because it is unacceptable
Okay.
in
Here's
this
what I'm gonna
age.
do.
Back in the
Here's
day,
what I'm gonna do.
before
I'm gonna
Islam,
poke at
before
your
1,000 years before Islam, it was accepted. So Islam
I didn't
didn't
ask
come
if it
with
was
it.
accepted.
Prophet
I
peace
asked if
upon him
it's
didn't
wrong.
come with it. It was
I-
in every
Yeah, I
part
don't.
of the world before Islam, thousands of years before
Listen.
Islam. And you
Listen.
you come today to make the
Listen.
Prophet look like he came with it and told people to
Listen.
do it. That's not correct or even true.
Okay. Listen. So I'm just gonna run you through a paradox here. So when you were looking at your God's morality, is something true independent of your God, or is it true in virtue of your God, not independent?
My English is not the first language, so I got no idea what you just said.
Okay. I'll say it this way. When you look at God's morality, okay, are moral
Yeah.
statements true dependent on your God or independent of your God?
I think I understood. I'm not sure, but I think that you say that the moralities that came from God is related to Him or something.
I don't know how else to say it. Do more when we say something is wrong, right? X
Yeah.
is wrong.
Okay.
You would say you get that ought, that I don't want to say normative. You get that notion that something is wrong because it comes from your God. Yes?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Is Allah's
As a
morality
creator knows what's good for us and what's not. That's what we believe in.
Okay.
So
okay,
if he
but
tells
that's
me
fine,
something
that's
is
fine,
wrong,
that's fine.
I believe 100% it's wrong.
Okay, and if he tells you it's right, then does that mean it's 100%
It's 100% right.
Okay, so lock in with me for just a second, okay?
Yeah.
Under those conditions, it cannot be the case that God's morality changes. It is either wrong or it is right. Do you think
God morality
your
doesn't
God's
change, but his teachings changes if he tells you that it changes. You see, for example, so I can make it simple, when the Prophet came,
Well,
the
just answer my
companions used to
question.
drink. Just
Wait a
give me one
second,
second.
just answer my question.
I understood
But you
your
didn't
statement.
answer
I
the question.
understood it.
You didn't answer the question.
Yeah,
though.
give me the
So
question.
just
Yeah, give me
answer the question. The
Yeah.
question is simply this: in Islam, does God's standard of morality change?
It depends if he meant it to change in a certain period of time. So, for example, I will give you
Then
example
that's not
to
a more.
explain.
Then that's not a
When he
moral
gave
standard.
when he gave the order to the Prophet to forbid drinking, he didn't come to the companions immediately and told them to stop drinking. No, there was a verse that came down as a revelation to the Prophet that tells them drinking is bad. It's not forbidden, it's bad for you. Okay? But you can sell it to earn profit. Then that verse was, you can call it deleted, and another verse came with being forbidden to drink. So it's like a chain of commands to make it easier to obey. You see, even for
Okay, but
let's say
moral propositions. Moral propositions. For example, let's take something really simple. Do you think there was ever a
This was a
cultural time
perfect
period?
example.
Wait,
This was a perfect
one second.
example. So it was accepted to drink by God, by His command, to accepted to drink wine or whatever.
Well,
Then it was
let's do something
forbidden.
you and I both agree on. Let's just do
Then
something you and I both agree on, like Schmurder, right? Do you think it was ever accessible at a time in human history when Schmurder was okay?
When what?
Unaliving someone unjustifiably.
Just real quick, guys. Dono Bar's looking pretty empty. If you want to keep this channel going, you want to keep us operating, let's start getting them super chats in. We got to keep Abby fed. We got to keep Bert fed. We got to keep John on the payroll. So far, we're looking to double what he's currently making. So that Dono Bar, we got to get it. We got to get it up there.
Double of zero. Anyway, is still zero. But
yeah, keep going.
yeah. So, do you agree at any point in human history that to unjustly unalive someone could have been a good thing?
No, absolutely not. Not accepted.
Okay.
According to Islamic creed, at all times it was not accepted since the days of Adam until the end of days.
Okay, great. So, this is what is called a moral proposition, which is something that is true for all time. Right?
Yeah, I know, but I already explained.
If you
so
say,
it's not up to
but
us
if you say
to
that-
decide.
Wait a second, one second. If you say that there's this other moral proposition that is not true for all time, it's identical to saying that moral proposition is just not true.
No, because I explained the purpose of it. The purpose is to make it easy for you as a servant to obey. You gotta understand.
No,
I gave the drinking example. It was difficult to tell all the people on earth to start drinking at once.
Okay,
It was
that's fine, but it was still wrong, right?
It's not a reasonable way.
Okay, so I agree with you. It's difficult to tell all people, so you revealed it through a time, but was it still actually wrong? Even though they didn't know, they were ignorant to it, was it wrong to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great,
That's
great.
the reason of
was it
it's
wrong for
being
Muhammad to
forbidden.
sleep with a child?
Absolutely not. It is
Appreciate
wrong to
your time,
you
God
right
bless.
now to do it. Why? Because
That's
it's
the point.
a different time.
Can't do it. Can't. That is just full
That's the
circle
point.
17 times on that one. I didn't even wait for a vote on that one. Smash the like button, share the live, guys. Everybody has got us, or sorry, everybody, or what was it saying? Last live, we had a whole bunch of people in here, but y'all had to report because y'all scared. Y'all scared. Come up and have a conversation. Show us why it's not a red flag. Show us why it's not a red flag. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give a different argument to the next person because I'm getting upset with children defenders.
Yeah.
Yo.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
28.
All right, man. Islam's a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
How does that affect LeBron James' legacy?
Gustavo. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. How old are you?
Yeah. So I'm talking to two people at the same time right now. I'm 31
How old are
years
you?
old.
31? Okay, awesome. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Sorry, man. I'm busy right now. I'll call you back, okay?
Okay. Peace be upon you, okay?
Okay, peace. So, I don't think it's a red flag. I think that it has wisdom. Because
There's more to that
it's,
sentence, right?
Well, let's see.
Are you cutting out? Are
Let's,
you cutting out or pausing? I don't
He's
know. If
pausing.
it's your connection.
He's just pausing.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're just cutting him off like a rude jerk.
There's a lag.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't know if you were pausing or cutting out, so I apologize.
Okay, so let's start with the topic of Aisha. Scholars say,
Now he's cutting out.
that
I can't hear you, bro. You're cutting in and out.
Hello.
let's
Please
take a
accept
moment
this
of peace.
jizya, folded hands emoji, celebratory hands in the air emoji.
Thank you. Let's do some super chats while we're waiting for just to find our zen. How to defend Islam, but Christianity. You're not wrong. Muhammad literally married a child. You're also not wrong. It's culture of Muslims outside of the West today. Also not wrong. Thank you. Sure, we marry our cousins and laying with the child is permissible. Sure, we toss gays off roofs, but hey, we don't drink. For the Feed Bert Fund. Thank you. Thank you. He just literally walked out of the room as you said that. We accept your jizya. We do. Who is this Prophet LeBron? Never heard of him. I don't watch football. So I don't know. I don't watch football.
You're going to anger the Muslims. You're going to anger the Americans.
My entire life
anger
is just
everyone in that
angering
one
people.
statement.
My entire life is just making people angry.
Dadgummit.
Tell me I'm wrong. Prove me wrong. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I am 45, sir.
All right, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Yes, it is wrong. It was since they started, Muhammad get engaged with Aisha. She was
Glad you agree. Go away.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm 48.
All right, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Well, are you looking for moral reasons, or what is your argument?
Yeah, so my argument is that the first reason is that it's just categorically untrue and we shouldn't believe false things. And then my second argument is it's categorically incompatible with our beliefs in the West.
Well, I'm non-religious, so I agree that both are non-moral. Both don't have morals. This country was founded on Christianity, right?
So you agree Islam is a red flag?
Yeah, so is Christianity.
Go away. Go away.
I defend Christianity all the time. Honestly, when I put up, it's like I'll put above my head Christianity is true and I'll get crickets. But then I put up Islam is false and a bunch of people come up, well, what about Christianity though? And then I put up atheism is false and I get a bunch of Muslims. And it's like, and it's not just me. Abby sees it. Tell me I'm wrong, Abby. It's
People won't play hard to get.
hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Good, how are you? I'm 45.
All right, Islam's a red flag. Prove us wrong.
It is a red flag.
Come on.
Hey, y'all. Can you read, please? If you're in the queue.
We appreciate the support, bud.
Prove
love
me
you.
wrong. Wrong. Not prove me right. Not come up and agree with me. Not this is your opportunity to get on your soapbox and preach what you wanted to preach. Everybody can start a TikTok live. If you really want to preach it, you can start a live and you can do it. You can do it. We all started
Believe
somewhere.
in yourself.
I believe in yourself. Believe in yourself.
Make your dreams come true. Like Shia LaBeouf said.
Z, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm 31.
All right, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Okay, so I just want to understand some more clarifications because I think I agree that you hear a lot of this shit about, people going but Christianity and all that, right? And that makes sense.
Mhm.
But why do you think that happens so often?
It's completely irrelevant. It's a fallacious argument.
Because people have no idea how to argue. That's why. People are ignorant to argumentation.
Is there a possibility that your premise itself is incorrect and incomplete?
It doesn't matter.
Well, that's
it's
your
a possibility.
thing.
You
No,
could,
it does matter.
Yeah,
It
you
does
could.
matter.
No, hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter in their argumentation. It could be true that our premises are incomplete, and you could show us that. But using a tu quoque fallacy, that's completely
Fair.
irrelevant.
I agree. I understand. And I think from what I remember hearing you guys talk about while clarifying your premise, I think the first thing that you mentioned was that it's incompatible with Western values.
That's the second thing. The first thing that I mentioned
Okay.
is it's categorically untrue, and we should try to believe as many true things as possible.
Islam is untrue, as in, so the religion, the practice, or the scripture, because you've made the distinction, right? So I
Well,
just want to
yeah.
clarify.
So, for example, it is like a historic fact that Jesus Christ was crucified. The Quran comes by and says that that didn't happen. It claims to be the word of God, claims to be verbatim from God's mind. So therefore, it cannot be wrong, cannot make a mistake to that magnitude. So therefore, the Quran has to be wrong.
I see. So I just want to point out that the example that you cited to make your point was the Christian example, right? You were the first one to
That's
bring
not
Jesus
a
and the
Christian thing.
crucifixion.
That's a historical thing.
No, fair, but are you also aware of the fact that there's a lot of historical evidence to point out that the story of Jesus Christ was also plagiarized from Zoroastrianism? Are you aware of this or not?
Yeah, that's also false. I am aware
No.
of the argumentation. It's just not true.
Do you have any proof of the fact that it's not true?
I don't have to prove that. I don't have to prove that it's not true. You have to prove that it is true.
So in the same way, when you claim that Islam is a red flag, you have to prove that it's a red flag.
Right, right. And the way that I do that,
clarifications. Yeah, no, I'm gonna finish.
Yeah.
So my question is, based on what you're saying, I understand the logical arguments behind your claim a little bit more now. My question is there a religion to you that is compatible with Western values?
Christianity.
Christianity. Okay. So if I quote something from the Bible, again, this is not about Christianity, but this is just to make an illustration of how
So you're just going
applying
to
your logic.
completely avoid the actual
yeah.
topic and jump on
No,
to
not at all.
another
Not at
thing
all.
completely.
Not at all. I am going to bring it back to the subject. I just want to understand.
But you also want
So
to do
you're
the
gonna
two
quote
quoque
things
fallacy.
For sure. Why not? Because you just claimed, I'm just trying to understand on what basis you're saying that Islam is not compatible with Western values. And then you're claiming that, but Christianity is. So demonization of menstruation, approval of polygamy, a death penalty for nonviolent offenses. This is all in the Bible.
That's for
right?
Israel.
So
We're not
this is-
Israelis.
but this is all compatible with Western values. It's still from the
Yeah,
Bible.
you're not listening. What did I just say?
Okay.
Just repeat what I said.
You said it's for the Israelis.
Yeah, we're not Israelis. We're Gentiles.
And
That was a
I'm
law
still
given
quoting-
for Israel. We're not Israel.
I'm still quoting the Bible, aren't I?
Yet you're quoting a description that was a law given to Israel for Israel's to live under, for Israelis to live under, sorry. We are not that. We are Gentiles. We are Christians. And according to Acts, the only thing that we have to follow in the law is to abstain from blood. And then there was one other thing. What was it, John? It's to abstain from blood. And what was the other thing next? Acts 15.
I don't have it off the top of my head.
Anyways, there's only two things that we're to do that are in accordance with the Mosaic law.
Okay, so I'm going to take your word for it. I'm not going to disagree with what you just said, just because I'm not going to look up the.
No,
just
what
to
you're
disprove
going
you,
to do,
right?
what you're going to do is you're going to show us why Islam is not a red flag instead of doing what only any Muslim ever does, which is focus
But I'm
on
not a Muslim.
Christianity.
But I'm not a Muslim. Here's the thing.
I didn't say you were. I said what every Muslim ever does.
Fair. I think initially what I started with was your premise is incomplete. And what I mean by that is I don't understand how Islam is a red flag, period. Because what I think is if Islam is a red flag, then I think any Abrahamic faith is a red flag as well. Because
Okay.
they're all just versions.
That's
2.2.
fine. All of them are red flags. Is Islam also a red flag?
If Christianity and Judaism are also red flags, then Islam is a red flag. Islam cannot be a red flag. Why? 100%. I'm just pointing out to what this gentleman in the white hood just said. If all of them are red
Oh my
flags, then
gosh.
Islam is a red flag. That's what I'm saying. I'm just quoting what you just said. If Christianity and Judaism are red flags, then yes, Islam is a red flag.
Okay, so
That's
Islam's a
it.
red flag?
How do you think that follows?
No,
I
hold on. I'm just gonna let him take the W. Islam's a red flag?
If Christianity and Judaism are red flags, then yes, Islam is a
Okay,
red flag.
awesome. Thanks for the W. Appreciate you.
Have a good one.
Does anybody actually want to defend Islam? Because we'll defend Christianity every day of the week, most of the time. The days we're like, no, let's focus on you. You're like, no, let's go back to Christianity. Rabba, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you? Rabba.
I'm 54.
All right, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Islam is a red flag. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's like the fastest growing belief system in the world. It's like, Islamic jurisprudence is the foundation of civil society. So I don't
Islamic
know
what?
why Islamic jurisprudence is the foundation of civil society.
According to
You
what?
heard of the golden age of Islam?
Yeah. So according to
Ibrahim,
what? How
according to
how do you know that's the foundation and the core
according
to it?
to the Supreme Court, there's a picture of Muhammad on your Supreme Court. When you go to the
My
Supreme
Supreme
Court,
Court? I'm Canadian.
right? Oh, you Canadian? Okay. Well, if you go into the USA and you go to the Supreme Court,
Mm-hmm.
there's a depiction of Muhammad on the Supreme Court because of,
Okay.
it brung the law, it brung more foundations to
Okay.
civil
Any
society.
evidence?
History, a history book.
I've read
Any
history
history book.
books. Can you
Wanna
name a
read?
history book?
Okay. Have you read a history? Have you been in the 12th grade and read a 12th grade history book?
Actually, no, I didn't go to 12th grade. I passed it.
Oh, well, you need to read, brother. Reading is fundamental, and the Lord
So
teaches
name a
us
history
by
book.
any history book.
Which one?
Any 12th grade
Which history book am
will
I going to
tell
read about Muhammad establishing the
you're not gonna read about
jurisdictic
Muhammad.
law?
You're gonna read about Islam and the golden ages of Islam.
Okay, which history book?
Any 12th grade history book.
Name one.
Any 12th grade history book.
So name one so I can find it.
Okay, so I mean, you can Google the golden age of
Google.
Islam.
So
You don't have to-
every Islamic argument is Google it, bro. So Prophet Google, peace be upon him. Do you actually have any
No.
evidence yourself, or is it just like trust me?
evidence. I'm living in 2025. Islam is the fastest growing belief system in the world. Muslims love Jesus. Muslims would have saved Jesus and wouldn't let him be
Why
cursed.
is it the fastest growing belief
Don't
system?
you love Jesus?
Why is it
Would
the
you
fastest?
Can I ask you a question?
Why is it the fastest growing belief system?
Because it's the truth.
Or does it have to do with the fact that none of you guys know the pull-out method?
The pull-out method. What? Come on, man. Don't be. Just.
Or
I mean,
maybe,
why you get
actually, you know
sexual-
what? It's probably because you
Why
have
you
a
get-
bunch of wives.
Is it possible?
You could get them all knocked up at once.
Is it possible that if you have
Why
four
would
wives, you
wanna
have a higher chance to have more
that
children?
That low moral ground. Why would you do that? You're supposed to be a Christian. You're supposed to have a higher standard.
What's immoral
than to go
about
to
What's
law
about
and
immoral
order.
about saying the fact that you guys are having more kids?
And so, if the Lord bless you with children, that's supposed to be a problem.
I didn't say it was a problem, but you're saying it's the fastest growing religion. Everything could be the
Yeah, it is.
fastest growing anything if you just have more kids.
Oh, so you want to put it on more kids, and not people reading
And
the
also,
Quran.
actually,
I've read the Quran.
Actually, yeah, people not being able to read.
I don't know why if you read the Quran, you're not Muslim. I mean,
Because it's
just like
nonsense. Do you have any argument? Does anybody have an argument today? Anybody at all? I got $5 for anybody who presents an actual argument.
read the Quran. You know that Abraham and Moses and Jesus, they're all in the Quran, right? You don't like Abraham and Moses and Jesus in the Quran?
What does that have to do with anything?
You know where else
you
they're
saying?
in?
I don't
You know where
I
else
don't I
they're in?
don't
You don't
I don't
like
like them.
stories of Moses. You don't like the stories, right? You don't
They're
like what's
actually-
written in
they're
the
also in
Quran
the
about
Bible.
the prophet.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Your story about Moses in the Quran, the story about Moses in the Quran says that he took all the Israelis and turned them into monkeys for their rebellion. That never happened in the Bible. So yeah, I think it's making up lies.
Okay, I mean, I don't know about.
No, because you've never read the Quran, have you?
Yeah, I've read the Quran numerous times. I listen
you?
to the Quran every day.
What's the second? What's the second chapter in the Quran? What's the title of it? What's the title of the second chapter in the Quran?
Al-Baqarah.
Oh, you got that right.
I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand why would you have these conversations and make these statements
'Cause Islam
about other people and their
Do you
faith.
have an argument? Oh
We
my,
live in a
thank you.
world. We live
Lord
in a
is
world that's
good.
supposed to be.
Oh, the Lord is good. Guys, smash the like button, share the live. For the love of God, Lord, one person
With
with an actual argument would be great.
It's kind of good though because it shows how dumb they are.
One person with an actual argument.
I have bloodlust. It is not.
It's
being
not being
satiated.
satisfied.
Tell you what, John.
It is not being satiated.
I let you do everything next. You do the introduction, ask them how old they are, do the whole thing. Ready?
I'm gonna crash out.
You ready?
Hello and welcome to Big John Steele's live stream. How old
Can you
are
hear
you?
me? Can you hear me?
How old are you?
I'm 57.
Thank you for your date of birth. Islam is a red flag. Prove me wrong.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I can hear you.
Yes, Islam is a red flag. You mean Islam is a lie? In simple words, is it right?
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
John, he
I'm
didn't
fine
tell
with
us how
saying
old he
Islam.
was.
He did.
Oh,
He did.
Oh, he did.
He did. He said 57.
All right, my bad.
Yeah, Islam is. I'm a Muslim because I believe Islam is the truth, and it actually represents the truth of the true to the God. I mean, the Islam introduces the true God, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, different than the other religions, and the other religions have distorted version of God, and Islam has the true version or true nature of God. It represents. So that's why I'm Muslim.
Okay,
and also,
here let's start. Let's start here. I just want to go down a different path. I'm going to ask you. Well, yeah, I'm going to ask you a question that I've never gotten a good answer from a Muslim when I've asked them this question. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to clock you here on this. So, would you agree with me that you believe the Quran is true, or you believe it's trustworthy because one, the Quran is perfectly preserved? Would you agree in that?
Yes, that's one of the aspect. Yeah, perfectly
Okay.
preserved is one.
Do you think that the Quran has scientific miracles?
I wouldn't call it scientific miracles. They're scientific phenomena,
Okay,
I would say. It's express what the science is, which we're finding out science now. It tells you
fine.
how it works. So I wouldn't call it a miracle.
That's fine. Now, just so we're clear, I don't hold any of these positions. I'm just. Would you agree that Islam is true because it has an unbroken chain?
Yeah, with the tawatur. Quran
Okay.
came with tawatur. Yes.
Okay. Do you want to give any other reason to why Islam is true other than the three things that I've stated so far?
Oh yeah, I mean the life and history, the life of Muhammad ﷺ, his struggles and his teachings, and the personhood himself. He cannot be a liar. He was a man of God. He proved
Okay,
it.
like the Hadith, right?
Prophecies and everything. Sorry.
Okay, perfect. So we take all of these reasons and we say, okay, this is why you're a Muslim and this is why you think other people should be Muslims. Now, here's the question directly. What was a good justification for the early converts of Islam? Because here's what they don't have. Well, one sec. They don't have the preservation of the Quran. They don't have any notion of scientific miracles. They don't have the life of Prophet Muhammad. Everything that you just named as a reason for why you believe Islam is true is not something that they could affirm because none of it was done yet. So what were the justifications for the early believers of Islam? What was a good reason for them to believe Prophet Muhammad?
You know what I'm mad at? I've been doing this for years and I've never thought of that argument. I'm so mad at myself right now.
No, it's a great question. It's a great question, and yeah, I'll put myself in the shoes. I try my best to do that. Let's say I lived 1400 years ago, and the man in the desert preaching for 13 years in Makkah. You know that in Makkah there's only 200 Muslims while he was living there. Only 200 people accepted Islam in 13 years. So very few people.
Okay.
Mostly people.
Okay, so let's just talk about those 200. Why? What is a good reason that they believed in the message of Islam?
Fair enough. That's a very good question. Thanks for the opportunity. So they saw the man who lived among them for 40 years as a very honest man, a very upright man. They don't find anything wrong in him. He had a very good life, rich wife, children, everything he has. So and we belongs from a very good family. Suddenly he's come out one day and say, you know what? I met angel and I'm a prophet of God. People say, look, you're a good man. You can't do that. We don't believe you. Why are you doing that to yourself? People rejected him, just like normal people would. People rejected him. And very close people believed in him. Only 5-6 people believed in him. Then they saw his struggle
And
every
they were
single day.
his family. They were his family, correct?
Abu Bakr was his close friend, very close friend.
And Abu Bakr was his close friend. Yeah.
Zad bin
And Abu Bakr also sold his daughter to Muhammad, right?
We can go into that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Here's the point.
I know
all right?
you're throwing something into it. I can answer that as well, inshallah. But
No, don't worry. Just answer John's questions.
So
That's
Abu
fine.
Bakr,
So-
Zaid bin Haritha, his slave man, his wife Khadija, and Ali radiallahu anh. I think at least 4 people accepted straight away. But then they saw
Okay.
his struggle. So
Okay,
I'm
well let's
giving you
just
the
let's
whole-
just start here. Do you think that just an anecdotal testimony from someone who's considered a good man is justification to say, hey, yeah, this message might be true?
Well, I say, if I have a very good friend, I know him for a long time, and he suddenly say, look, he's not crazy as well. And he say, look, this happened to me, and I believe it. I'm a pagan worshipper. Don't forget one thing. Those people who are living them over there, they had a history of Ishmael. They're from Ishmael and Abraham. They know they were prophets in the past, and they know there was a God called Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't forget about that. They were pagans, but they also believe the unseen God called Allah. So they say, okay, he's bringing something.
Yeah,
sounds very
I
similar.
don't grant that directly, but go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Why wouldn't you grant that? That's the history of Islam. Allah was one of the gods pagans believe out of 360, and Allah was the unseen
Allah
God.
is one of the gods. Allah is not a name.
Allah is
That's-
just the term
that's what they
God.
call
It's not a name.
That's
Yeah,
what they
Allah,
call.
Allah is the God. That's what it means.
That's right. So
Yeah.
they call the God mean the most highest one, the God. They also call him Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, but they say Allah mean the God. There are many other gods. One is
Okay.
the God, the unseen.
Okay,
one.
we're kind of moving further away from the point. The point I
I'm
want to
just
ask
giving
you.
you- Yeah.
Okay. So, and this is where now I can present other things in virtue of this, but this is where you're going to have problems. If the testimony that Muhammad is a good man, if the testimony that he's trustworthy is enough for the first 200 conversions of Islam within the first 13 years, right? They don't have any of these other reasons or any of these other justifications. Then what is the distinction, right, that is presented between the early Christians and Paul's testimony and Muhammad's testimony? Because it seems like what you'll have to say, right, unless you just want to like poke at his character, seems what you'll have to say is that the reason that they are being able to trust Muhammad is just because he's trustworthy. But why should I accept that he's trustworthy? Why should I accept this notion that he was without sin? Like, why should they have accepted it? Because if I just tell you, hey, my friend's trustworthy, and then that friend comes up to me and he says, yeah, I saw an angel in a cave. No one else was there. But I'm trustworthy. That doesn't seem like any sort of so trustworthiness is not a divine quality. I'll just say that.
We can put that to the test. John, do you trust me?
I do trust you.
The prophet, I'm a prophet of Glibelglorb. Glibelglorb's angel, Quackles, came to me in the bathroom earlier today and told me to tell you to empty your bank account and send it to me.
I don't trust you anymore.
Why?
Because of the nature of the claim. So this is the point. When we're just looking at trustworthiness, you would agree with me that trustworthiness is not divine, right?
You said a lot of things here. I don't know your name, brother.
Okay,
So what's your
just
name?
this. Do you agree with me? Trustworthiness is not divine.
But can I call you with your name? What's your name, brother?
Call me John. Little.
John. Okay, you said a
Call me
lot of things. You
Okay,
lot of
yeah,
thing, and
just
you,
forget
and
everything
you,
I said. Just
He's
answer that
little
question.
John because he's 6 foot, and I'm big John because I'm 6'1".
okay, all right,
Yeah,
that's great. Nice,
yeah.
nice.
So
Okay,
just forget the rest I said, but just answer that question.
but
Is
I mean,
trustworthiness a divine quality?
well, God is trustworthy. Yes, so it's a
But
divine
no,
quality.
Well, okay.
God is
When
trustworthy.
I say quality, there, I'm not saying like, okay, God is trustworthy in the same way. I'm saying, is this like some type of divine evidence just because a person is trustworthy?
I mean, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is not divine. I don't know. You're getting it wrong. We don't believe he's divine, even he's trustworthy. That's talking about the
Okay, so
nature of him. Yeah, he's not
okay,
divine, even if he's
so the
trustworthy.
early converts did not have any divine evidence. They just had the testimony of Muhammad.
Okay, that's why I'm getting there, brother. Because you assumed my position, something which you assumed wrong. I said in the beginning.
I asked you the questions.
Let me answer you. Let me answer you. I say first
Okay.
4 people accepted him, the very close one who knows him very well. I didn't say all 200 accepted him because of that. So you assume
Oh,
that
I
I'm
know.
saying all 200 accepted because of that. Other
No,
200
I know
accepted.
that.
Other 200 accepted. They saw his struggle for year after year after year after year, and making enemies out of people for one simple message. He had a very good reputation. He was losing that reputation. People say, "Why this guy is doing that? What's wrong with him?" So they want to hear him out. And then when they heard the Quran, many people heard the Quran and they saw the miraculous nature of Quran, the way it Arabic. So they saw this man is illiterate man. How he's coming up with these things? Some people become Muslim because they saw the Quran, the way the Quran was. So there are many different reasons people became Muslim.
Can I ask a question?
So if yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm asking you, John, because I gave you the time.
Oh yeah, it's yours.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So your whole thing is that Muhammad is trustworthy, the angel Gabriel is trustworthy, and Allah is trustworthy, right?
Of course, yes.
Okay. Who deceived the whole world into thinking that Jesus was crucified?
I would call it deceive, but I say justice was served. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved his messenger.
So why do Christians think that Jesus was crucified? Who caused that event to happen?
Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yes.
So Allah deceived the whole world. So how do you know Allah is not just deceiving Muhammad?
Hang on a minute. How you say Allah deceived? Deceive in what?
Well, so the Quran says that Jesus was never crucified. It was only made to look that way. Correct?
That's right. Yes.
Yep. Right?
Yeah.
Because of Allah's will. How do you know Allah just didn't deceive Muhammad?
No, but I wouldn't call it a deception. I said justice was served.
What is it if it's not deception?
We Muslims believe there was a person, well, we believe it was Judas Iscariot. We say the one who tried to sell the messenger of God, he was put onto the cross.
Were the people who saw, like it was made to look like it was Jesus crucified, were they deceived?
For that moment, yes. They believed something which was not.
Okay, so they were deceived.
Yes.
Who deceived them?
As I say, I wouldn't use the word deceive for Allah subhanahu wa
Well,
ta'ala.
you just did. You just said they were deceived. So who deceived them?
No, but Allah's intention was not to deceive. That's what I would say.
So what was his intention?
To save his messenger, and those people who wanted to kill him, make them look like that they killed him, but actually they didn't.
So what is that? Is that a deception?
Look, it's same way as Ruth helped.
I'm not arguing if it's good or bad. I'm just asking if it's a deception.
No, I wouldn't call it deception.
Okay, so were those people deceived?
Those people who believe that they killed the Messiah.
You got to say unalived.
Yes, they thought they. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, they thought they did unalive.
So they were deceived.
But actually not, and Allah saved them.
Okay, so they were deceived?
I wouldn't use the word deceive. If you want to use that word deceive,
what word would you use?
I would say God make them.
No. What word would you use?
Oh, something different than what
like
word
what?
I use. God saved his messenger. And people thought
I'm not saying he didn't, but you're just asking you to tell me which word would you use to tell me that those people When they
Fine.
perceived one thing, it wasn't that thing, it was something else. What word would you use?
I'm going to use the word deceive, but the deception in a good
Okay.
way.
So they were deceived. Who deceived them?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala deceived them in a good way.
So Allah deceived them.
In a good way.
Okay, so how do you know Allah didn't deceive Muhammad?
Oh, the whole life, all his life, the way he lived all his life is right in front of us. 23 years of his life. His struggles.
So which
his struggles, his teachings, his wisdom,
which
his
part
prophecies.
which part, like where he performed mubalaha and then shortly died after, or where he married a child, or where he took slaves, or where he was possessed, or where he tried to throw himself off a cliff, or an angel squeezed him and strangled him and threw him up against a rock? Which part of his life are we looking at to say that this man wasn't deceived?
When you say mubahala, do you know what mubahala is?
Yeah, mubalaha is a curse challenge, which basically says that if I say to you, I'm right, and you say to you, you're right, we'll challenge each other to a mubalaha. And a mubalaha would be like, if I am wrong, God would curse me. If you are wrong, God would curse you.
Yeah. So as a messenger,
Yeah,
why
so-
would that be wrong?
So
Why
the
would
fir-
be a wrong
yeah.
thing?
What
for a
I'm saying
messenger
is
to
the very first time Muhammad did a mubalaha was against a Christian, and then shortly after he was unalived, he died.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true.
When did he do that?
I don't know the exact
which
year.
So you said straight after he died. So you must
It
know
wasn't.
which
It
year.
was.
he
I
done
didn't say
that.
straight after. You're changing the words. I said shortly after.
Yeah, okay, shortly after. How long after? When you say shortly after.
Like within a few years.
Okay. So tell me the date when he met the Christians, because it seems
I just told you I don't have the dates memorized.
All right. So he lived a few years after that.
But even if I grant that I'm wrong about the mubalaha, I can grant all the other things and say that
Bring
say
on
that
one
he
by
owned
one.
slaves. Did he not own slaves?
He did own slaves, and
Right.
And did true God?
Did he marry children?
Okay. No, he didn't.
Aisha wasn't 9 years old when he consummated the marriage.
I can reply you to that. That those hadiths are hidden defects in them, and I can tell you about the hadiths if you want to know.
Yeah. Okay. Was he thrown against the rock by Angel Gabriel and squeezed and told to read? And he said he couldn't read and was squeezed harder.
No, he wasn't thrown against the rock. I don't know where you read
Was
that
he not
from.
squeezed by Angel Gabriel?
Yes, he was
Great.
hugged very hard.
Great. Was
very
he
hard
possessed?
hug. He was possessed for a little while.
Did he
and
try to
Allah
unalive himself because he was possessed?
No, he never tried to unalive himself ever.
Okay. So the ones that you all deny, even if we just take the ones you agree with, which parts are we taking to look at the fruits of his life?
The angel hugged him very hard. Yes, we believe in that. What's wrong with that? The angel tried to give a message to him, and he tried to show him that
So
he's
then
real.
why was
He's
he in
real.
despair if he just got a big hug? Why was he like upset about it?
Because it was human nature, real human nature.
Right.
He wasn't
So
in the
so
cave.
so in
alone
short,
in the cave.
you don't have any actual argument on why you could believe that Muhammad wasn't deceived, considering that Allah can deceive people. John, go ahead. I took your time.
you just you
No,
just
you're
give
no,
your
you're good.
control. I
Yeah,
have a
so-
very solid argument. I'm just telling you everything you believe in, either assumptions or either half truths. You don't even have a case against Islam. And I'm telling you, Islam, the Quran is a miracle itself.
Okay,
And
here's my case against Islam. It's a historical fact that Jesus Christ was crucified. Islam denies that historic fact. That denial comes from the Word of God. The Word of God cannot be wrong, but the Word of God is wrong, so therefore cannot be true.
Okay, well, Islam never denied the people didn't saw Jesus die.
That's not
So
what I said,
Islam-
is it?
No, Islam doesn't deny what history.
It's not what I said, is it?
No, okay, listen, historians don't believe in miracles, do they? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala
Again,
saved
it's
him.
not what I said. It's not my argument. My argument isn't that everybody believed Jesus was crucified. My argument is that he was ontologically crucified.
No, but where's the historical fact? What facts you have? You have only Gospels, nothing else.
You have the Quran that comes 600 years later. I have 4 sources. If let's just say all I had was the Gospels. I have way more than that. But let's say I have only the Gospels. Let's say I have 4 sources written within the lifetime of the people who knew Jesus, and you have one book that comes 600 years later. From an historic perspective, which one's more trustworthy?
Okay, I'll answer you. What you have is, first of all, 4 Gospels are contradictions.
Notice how you're
They
not
haven't-
answering the question. What is the question I asked you?
I'm answering the question. You say you have more sources.
What is the question
You
I
have-
asked you?
You say you have 4 Gospels. They prove they're written within 30 years of Jesus' crucifixion, and they say that he was
Not
crucified.
the argument. So I said I have sources within the lifetime of people that Jesus knew. You have a source that comes 600 years later. From an historical perspective, if we're trying to confirm what happened to Jesus, which source is a more trustworthy source?
Okay, my source is more trustworthy. You know why?
From a historical perspective?
You're not letting me speak, Big John. You're not letting me speak.
Just clarify.
You asked me a
From a
question.
historical perspective, your source is more trustworthy?
On a religious perspective. On
Okay,
the
that's
belief of
again.
God
So the
perspective.
question I am asking you, from a historical perspective, which source is more trustworthy?
If we believe that Muhammad Sallallahu right by himself, then obviously his source cannot be trustworthy. But
Right.
if we
So-
believe that,
great.
but
So hold on. So let me land the plane. I'll promise to let you talk. So from a historical perspective, I have more trustworthy sources. If you want to make an argument that your book is actually from God, so therefore it's more trustworthy, you have a huge burden. Prove to me that your book is from God from a religious perspective. Go ahead.
Okay, so you got my point. What I'm trying to say is from God, and God is the evidence for everything. He knows all the history more than anybody else. So we believe that God told him what exactly happened.
I know what you
rather
believe.
than-
I'm looking for an argument why I should believe it.
we believe the Quran has.
If you have to start with "we believe," then you're not giving me an argument. Give me the argument.
Yeah, Quran. What Quran says that the way the Quran talk about science, for example. Yeah, the 1400 years ago, people didn't know about that.
Right, but then here's the thing. Remember, that's your justification to prove that it's from God. Except 1400 years ago, those people would not have been justified for that. That was John's argument. So you have a paradoxical argument here.
Yeah, but I answered already. They saw the person of Muhammad. They trusted him, whatever he's saying. Even they do not understand science, but they saw the man. They understand him. They see is the way his struggles are. They say,
So
"We
your
believe whatever
your
he says,
argument to
even we
prove
don't
that it's from
understand."
God is that Muhammad wrote down on a piece of paper and he was a trustworthy guy, so you just took his word for it.
No, why give argument of people of that time why they accept Islam and why?
Right. So
I'm
your
a
argument
Muslim.
is because Muhammad was trustworthy. He wrote it on a piece of paper, so therefore they just took his word for it. That's your argument.
For them, yes.
Right.
For them.
So do
Yeah,
you
for
think
me-
do you
for
think
me
that's
now-
do you think that's a good justification to believe that somebody? I'm a
Oh,
trustworthy guy. John's a
and
trustworthy
it's
guy.
even worse. It's even worse than that because the Quran was passed down first through oral tradition, right?
Yes.
Not written,
And
not written
written-
tradition.
No, it was written down as well at the same time on the parchments, on bones, on different things. It was written down
Not
before.
within the early converts.
Oh yeah, Abu Bakr compiled it within 100 years after the death of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Abu Bakr was
Well,
the first one who compiled the
I
Quran.
know, I know, but we agreed that the first early converts, right?
Have you done a vote lately?
Yeah, we agreed that the first early converts were his family, right?
First 4, 5, 6, 10 people. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you trust your family?
Yes, of course I do trust my family. Yeah, why not?
If your family came and your father or something said, "Hey, today I saw an angel on my way on my commute to work," would you trust him? Would you believe him?
Well, hold on. Let's add to it. So today I saw an angel on my commute to work who told me that the Quran has been corrupted and has actually brought the true word of Allah.
And that he did not squeeze me; he hugged me tightly.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't believe straight away. Of course not. I have to be honest.
Okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why did Muhammad's family believe him?
Oh, you asked them? Why are you asking me that question? I
It
just put
seems like
myself
they
in
had
their shoes.
zero justification.
But you got a Ouija board?
All right, let's.
I mean,
let's
they're probably in hell, so we can get through to them on a Ouija board. You got one? What?
Let's answer you. I put myself in Abu Bakr's shoes. Okay, if you really want to know the answer, let me put me in his shoes. I know of Muhammad, a man, a very honest man, very upright man with a good family background and everything, and
Just
something
like your
good about
family, right?
him. I know
'Cause
him for
we're doing a one-to-one analogy.
yeah. Abu Bakr saw, and then Muhammad came and say, this is what happened with me in the cave, and I know this man. This man doesn't lie.
Lord,
He's
forgive
a
me.
very
I hope
trustworthy
you
man.
accepted them into paradise.
I would ask him. We don't have all the details exactly where the conversation took place, but we know Abu Bakr accepted him very quickly, maybe first few days. So maybe I could be that person. I said, well, you know what, you are not a liar person. I accept your experience, and I think you may be the prophet of God. You probably had a visit from an angel.
Okay,
I might have.
so you haven't
Yeah.
added anything new. So I'm just going to see if you have something new to add. If not, I'm probably going to move on. Your argument for them being justified in believing Islam is true is that they thought Muhammad was trustworthy.
He was trustworthy. His 23 years of struggle, people saw it. Whatever he said, that happens. And the later on Muslims become more Muslims when they saw the prophecies fulfilling. All the prophecies he's given about his companions all comes to place, whatever he said.
So your argument is that he was trustworthy, so therefore they believed it.
He was trustworthy. Everything he said comes true as well. Not only trustworthy, whatever he said comes to pass. He
Okay,
said we're going
so
to
you-
do Makkah, we're going to conquer the Makkah, we're going to take over Makkah. Allah told
Okay,
me.
so
He did.
Conor McGregor said he was going to be double champion in the UFC, and then he was. Was he a prophet?
Did he say? Did he claim to be a prophet?
So you have to claim to be a prophet to do prophecy?
Well, if you're not claiming to be a prophet, then you just like a normal person
Okay,
have
so
a good guess.
so outside of somebody claiming that they're a prophet, what's the word I'm looking for? What are the identity markers that I would look for in a prophet?
I have received
prophet-
revelation. I've received revelation
Prophet-
from God.
yeah,
You're not going to be
prophet-
on this live very much longer.
To start with, prophet will never hide the truth that they are prophet. They will never hide it.
Okay. So
They will tell them.
Oh,
God bless you.
And I'm a prophet.
We just proved that John is a prophet. He claimed to be a prophet, and then his prophecy came true.
Subhanallah.
I actually didn't want to kick him yet, but you said that, and then I had to for the. Like I literally was
For the
not.
meme.
I had to because like
That was the best Muslim of the day. So I appreciate it.
was.
Yeah, he was pretty. He, was
He
pretty good,
actually.
That's why he didn't.
He
get
actually.
Oh, he slipped back
gave-
in. He slipped back in.
Sorry about that. My wife was calling me. Sorry about that. I was disconnected on my laptop. Somehow my WhatsApp call was coming on. my laptop.
Well, so we just showed you that
Yeah.
John is a prophet.
Yeah, it was your wife. I knew your wife.
He just received a prophecy that you would not be on this live much longer, and then you were disconnected by random chance.
So, John, are you prophet? Are you
Yes.
prophet, John?
He just said he was a prophet. Yeah, before that. happened.
I claimed it, and then something in the future came to pass.
So you don't believe
Isn't that the criteria?
You believe in Jesus as well at the same time? You say you're a prophet?
No, I'm just saying I'm going off your criteria. Your
Right,
criteria
right.
said a prophet has to claim to be a prophet, and what they say
Yeah.
has to come to pass.
That's the
And that
minimum
happened.
requirement.
That's
Remember,
what
I
he
said
did.
that's the I remember I said that's the minimum requirement. Yeah, that's the minimum requirement.
Now,
that
real
was the
real
next
quick,
step.
where do
Then
you get
by
your
minimum requirement, I'm a prophet.
yeah? And real quick, where do you get your standards
And
for what
I-
a prophet? Real quick, where do you get your standards for what a prophet is? Like, where do you get the
What-
standard that a prophet must tell you they're a prophet?
Well, I'm just saying that why would prophet hide that they are prophet? What they're afraid of? Prophet should not be afraid of anything.
According to
They
what?
should-
I can
Who-
actually show you prophets in the Bible who hid the fact that they were prophets because they were afraid.
Well, in Islam, we say all prophets were just so bold and they're telling people the message. come
Right.
from
So
God
again,
and
where
I'm-
is your standard? Like, because I can give you Jonah, for example, who did not want to go to Nineveh because he was afraid and didn't want to commit the prophecy that God told him he had to commit.
Yeah, but when he went to Nineveh, did he say he's a prophet or not? Did he? Or did he hide it?
He went there. He did say it eventually, but for a long
There you
time he
go.
didn't.
That's what I'm saying. When prophet meet any people, they say he's a prophet. He will not going to hide it.
So again, where do you get the standard that they have to tell you it?
But standard is Islam. All the
Okay, so
Quran
then
talks
it's
about-
circular.
Well, you're asking me as a Muslim. If I use, if
But
I
you're
use the
you're
Bible, you
using
don't use the
Islam to
Bible.
prove Islam. That's circular.
No, you're asking a Muslim.
So you're saying
I have to-
here's what you're saying. You're saying that we know he's a prophet because he fills the criteria of prophethood. And I ask you, where do you get the criteria from prophethood? You say you got it from Muhammad.
straw man argument. I'm sorry.
That's
bro.
not a straw
I
man.
said-
Where did
I-
you get your standard for
Straw man.
prophethood? You said from
that's
Islam.
one- I said that's
Who
to
gave you
begin with.
Islam?
I said that's to begin with. Then there are other things as well. I didn't say only that. I said,
That's not the question I asked you.
what I
That's not
said
Linda,
was,
Linda,
prophet will never hide the-
Linda. That's not the question I asked you. Where did you get the standard? I didn't ask you what the standard was at this point. I did before,
name
but
is-
now I'm asking you, where did you get the standard?
My name is Abbas, by the way. I don't know why you call me Linda.
Because you're acting like a Linda.
Was he Linda rude?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the
Sorry about that. And listen, what I'm saying is, I never said that. You strawmanning me. I said
can't
that's
straw man you by asking you a question. Where do you get the standard from?
Islam.
Okay, where did you get Islam from?
From Allah Subhanahu wa Taala.
From Muhammad, right?
No, of course not.
Islam didn't reveal the Quran to you?
From Adam. Islam started from Adam.
Oh my God.
Actually,
where did you get the knowledge of Islam from?
Islamic knowledge start from before Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Moses teach Islam. Jesus teach Islam. We believe that. That's what we believe. The Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the last messenger. So Islam means
where did you get the, okay, so where do you get the standard of a prophethood from? You say from Islam. Where is it written?
In the Quran.
Okay, where did you get the Quran from?
From Allah Subhanahu wa Taala through Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
From Muhammad.
Yeah.
So Muhammad told you the standard of being a prophet, and he fit that standard, yeah?
Yes, that's true.
Do you see how that's circular?
No, it's not. Because I'm a Muslim. I'm a Muslim because I believe him as a prophet.
Now I'm actually moving on.
Wait. I wanted to ask him, bring him back really quick. I have one really serious question for you.
No.
Just really quick.
I said no.
Please.
No. Ask
please
the
for
ether.
me. I've never asked to have a guest.
I can't bring him up. He has to come back on his own.
Okay, here. Return to us. Please, just really quick. I want to ask you one more question.
Might not have a choice. I don't think I have any other guests.
Come on. Come here.
I just literally went through the whole queue. This guy also came up earlier. I can't bring him up. He was a troll. That's it. There's no more guests.
Oh no.
All the guests.
And
we're also on 1/3 of the Dono bar, guys. And we're running out of time.
Come back.
We're running out of time.
Come back. I have one question for you.
Change the topic. We could change to actually defending Christianity now because everybody's like, you can't defend your religion. We'll change it, and then everybody's going to come up and say you should convert to Islam.
Amen. Dang it. I wanted to ask him, if he's still listening, what is a better standard to represent that someone is giving a revelation from God? That they're trustworthy or that they can perform miracles? The Quran is explicit that Muhammad was just a warner. He did not perform miracles. If they want to say like the splitting of the moon was done by Allah, it was not done by Muhammad, right? The Quran is explicit about that as well. And so if we're going to say trustworthiness is better than miracles, I would love to know why. Because with Paul, you can make this similar argument. It's like, hey, why did people...
Yeah. Hold on. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
28.
All right. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong.
It's not a red flag.
Good argument.
Are you colorblind?
Hey, bitch, shut up.
Do you want me to get a whiteboard instead?
Yeah.
So, hold on. What did you just say?
I told that bitch to shut up.
What's it like being bitch made talking to women like that?
Oh, you defending for your wife? Is that your wife?
Where's your wife?
I have one.
Where?
She's not wasting her time on here.
Put her on the phone.
No.
Oh, are you defending your wife?
She's working.
That's what I thought, you little bitch. All right. Oh, Abbas is back. Now you can ask him. Go ahead.
Yes. So I came here to make your wish come true. How are you?
Okay. Did you hear my question?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Okay. Here's the question specifically. What is a better evidence or standard to say that a person is bringing revelation from
Here's
God?
the money for the twig you were wanting to wear next stream.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Sorry, can you repeat the question again? Because I got distracted.
Yeah. What is a better standard to say, or a better evidence to say that someone is bringing a message from God? Is it trustworthiness or miracles? What would be better?
Sometimes miracles can be illusions or magic tricks can come
Wait,
as
can you
a
wait,
miracle as
wait?
well.
But what would be the better standard?
I would say on the face of it, miracle. Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that. I agree with you, right?
Yeah.
This is what we have from the disciples. This is what we have from the life of Paul, right? We have where he had an experience, but it was backed up not by just trustworthiness, it was backed up by miracles. With Muhammad, all you have is trustworthiness. You don't actually have any miracles.
Says who?
And so trustworthiness, just again, prima
Quran.
facie, which is you're going to say on its face, prima facie, miracles would be a better standard or a better evidence to say that someone's message is actually from God because they're doing powerful works in his name, which is what we see Paul do. But we don't see that from Muhammad. Muhammad explicitly says multiple times in the Quran that he is just a warner when people are asking him to perform miracles.
Yeah, I mean, who says that Muhammad didn't do miracles?
The
I don't know
Quran
where you're
does.
getting that. Quran
The
does
Quran.
not say that.
The Quran
You
does say that.
misunderstand.
No, people
You
are asking
misunderstand
him
the
to
verse
do
of the Quran.
miracles.
Quran explicitly say, now listen this carefully, and that's what Allah says in the Quran. Use tadabbur and tafakkur. Ponder upon the verses. Think hard.
What's that have to do with
So-
anything?
So what Allah says is, no, what I was going to say next. Allah said, ponder upon the verses. What Allah says in the Quran, they call you magician. They are calling you magician. Now think about it. Why would some people calling Muhammad you are a magician? Why? What are you showing them? You need to think about it.
So here's the
And
verse in the
ahadith are
Quran.
full of his miracles. Ahadith mentions his miracles again and again. Multiple miracles, hundreds of miracles he done. Ahadith are full of them.
Then why
So
why
20,
does Muhammad
verse
say he is
29,
only a
50 through
warner?
51, and they say, we are signs not sent down to him from his Lord. Say, the signs are only from Allah, and I'm only a clear warner. Is it not enough that we have sent down to you the book which is recited to them?
It is when he's saying that he's saying to all the people. He says some people are asking things like people ask Jesus, show us the sign. He said, no sign shall
I think. Wait, is he gone?
Yeah, well, I'm just tired of the same loops and ignoring. I want to get a different conversation going.
It's fine, but hopefully it's.
Are you okay?
Substantive. I'm choking on a graham cracker. Hey, Abby, just do me a favor. Anytime I'm not here and Big John runs my argument, just make sure to
Hi.
put a little subtext there.
Hello.
That's actually Little John's.
Hello, how are you? And
I
just real
will.
quick, how old are you?
I'm 44.
All right. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong.
Okay, when the Jews came to crucify Jesus, and this is in Islam, Allah sent Judas to be crucified, and Jesus was ascended into heaven. This is in the Quran.
No, it's not. It says it was made to
actually
look
not.
like so. It never says Judas.
It's a hadith tradition.
Hadith tradition, yeah.
The Quran never mentions Judas was the one who took his place. That's a later tradition.
I also like when Abby, you did your little look. The camera
You
focused on you.
focused on me. I noticed
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah, but it was an imposter that they sent.
So what?
Why
Where's-
should we
where's the
believe that
argument?
it's an imposter?
What's the argument?
So we don't believe that Jesus.
Yeah, I know what you guys
died.
believe. Give me a reason to believe it.
And please put your voice in 2x speed.
We believe that Jesus ascended into
Yes, I
heaven.
know
He
what you
never
believe.
died.
Give me a reason to believe it.
We believe that you.
I know what you
in
believe.
it.
Give me a reason to believe it.
I
Give
can't.
you reason to believe it. It's not a red flag.
You just saying it doesn't make it true.
Well,
Can you give me an argument, please? Just one argument. Premise 1, premise 2, conclusion.
And
I'll take premise
we
1 and
also don't
conclusion at this
believe that
point.
Muhammad essayed
I
any
know what you,
children.
I know what
We
you believe.
know-
I know what you believe. I know everything that Muslims, well, not everything. I know a good portion of what Muslims believe. Give me a reason, a justification to actually believe that it's true.
What's true?
Mathematics. What do you think?
That Islam is true?
Yes.
Yes.
Because there are 23 verses on the orphans, and it is a divine religion. And Muhammad is an orphan.
What? My gosh.
Nurse, I want what she's having. Listen.
Can you break that down into a syllogism
Please.
for me?
There
Please,
are
please.
23 verses on the orphans, and
Muhammad
Muhammad
is an
was
orphan.
an orphan.
Therefore, Islam is true.
Therefore, it's a divine religion.
I don't think that's
Okay, therefore
correct or
it's a-
valid.
Okay, should we do a Venn diagram?
Neither it is not valid.
Okay,
It's
let's do a
not
Venn
valid.
diagram. Premise 1.
It's a divine
It's a
religion.
non sequitur.
Because
Premise-
we are
premise one is
charitable.
there's
we spend
23
billions of dollars
verses
for charity.
So do Christians.
of
Where the
orphans.
Jews only spend $10,000
Premise
a
two.
year, and they give all their money to the
Muhammad-
synagogue,
We're not
even their
Jewish.
houses.
We're not Jewish.
Was orphan. And then conclusion, Islam
Is a divine
is
religion.
divine. Okay,
You don't even have a.
there's no
There's no middle term.
There's no
His-
middle. There's no major premise. Well, there's a major premise, but there's no minor premise or middle premise.
The premise is it is about the orphans.
Well, that's
Yeah, I
that's
call
your
this-
major. That's your major premise.
And
Is
Muhammad
orphans.
is an orphan, and that's
Yeah,
what
that's still your
makes him
major. But where's
better
your
than
minor and
Jesus.
middle?
So there's a couple of arguments. There's called modus tollens, which is the type of syllogism, and then there's modus ponens. What you're doing right now, I like to call modus pullens because you're pulling it out your butt.
It's not
You're
pulling
not-
it out my butt. There are 23 verses in the Quran that are about the orphans and saving
Yeah, I got
the
that. At verse,
orphans.
so premise 1, 23
There are
verses of
23
orphans.
verses.
Verse 2, hold on.
23.
Premise 1, 23 verses of orphans.
I have.
Hold
I have an
on.
English
Hold on. Premise 1, 23 verses of orphans. Premise 2, Muhammad was an orphan. Conclusion, Islam is divine. That is not valid or sound. Like I can't even do like a Venn diagram on this because we don't have a middle premise and we don't have a minor premise. Well, I guess
Seems
I
like you
guess-
don't need any. It seems like you don't know what frequencies arguments are true, because we're talking about like the sound of the argument. There's a certain frequency that if you hit,
I have
yeah,
a
if you
Quran
hit that
with all those
frequency,
verses. I have a Quran that has.
if you hit that
It's
frequency,
about the
then
orphans
it means
because
that's
Muhammad
the
is an
truth
orphan. He never
frequency.
met his parents.
That's
She's
also
been-
listen. This is also just false. So Muhammad was
Why
born.
is it false? It's not
Yeah,
false.
yeah. He did meet his parents, right?
No, he never
his
met
mother,
his parents. His parents
His
died
mother
before he was
died.
born.
No, his mother died at 6 years old.
Abby, did you say there's a vote?
Yeah, she was.
His
voted
mother
off.
died at 6 years old.
God bless.
Somebody said she sounds
It-
like the babysitter from The Incredibles. She does. Corey. Or Kari.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Good. How are you? I'm 42 or
All right,
43
man.
actually.
All right, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong.
So I'm not here to necessarily prove you guys wrong.
I'm sorry.
I feel
Why'd
like
you click? Why'd you click?
well, so,
What does
so
it
here's
say?
yeah.
What does it
Well,
say?
I understand. I understand the purpose of your live here, and the reason why no one's going to prove you wrong is because we're both operating off of different set of beliefs, right? Your position of what you use as yes, yes,
no,
yes, 100%.
no. I'm going to tell you why. Because all you need to do to prove something right is give me a knowledge, give me a belief, and give me a justification. We can look at the hypothesis to see the probability of it. Doesn't matter what if I'm a Christian, you're a Muslim. Doesn't matter. None of that matters. It doesn't beat logic.
No, you can, because logic. You don't. A statement
Give me the
true.
argument how logic can change. Go ahead.
Hold on. A statement doesn't have to be true for it to be logical.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually true. Something could be valid. Something could be sound but not valid. You're absolutely right.
Exactly.
But that's why we got to look at the hypothesis to see if it's sound and valid.
No. See, that's the point. The hypothesis. And your hypothesis, your premise that you start from is based off of your own beliefs, right? And your own beliefs. And you talk. I listened to some of the other conversations.
That's why I gave you the 3 pillars of knowledge. Because if you can give me a justification for it, then it raises the likelihood of it being true.
Okay. Again. I didn't hear the 3. I don't know what you're referring to.
So you need belief, knowledge, and justification. When you have those 3 pillars, right, you are justified in saying that something is true. You have a valid reason to say that this thing is true.
So I can respect that construct that you provided here, but the point is this: the belief is where we differ, right?
Yeah. If all you stay is on belief, then you're irrational by definition.
Correct. But my point is this, is that we are starting from 2 separate beliefs, right? One that you take and you say, well, I listened to, I think Abbas, you said you were speaking. You kept saying he was circular, right? Everything he was saying was circular. And we can say that about your beliefs and what you believe in
That's just tu quoque fallacy again. So I haven't actually presented an argument. I haven't actually laid down my beliefs on the table. So you cannot say it's circular because you don't know. Because the only thing I've done so far is provide the Socratic method.
No. So my point is this, though, is that you're asking Muslims.
No. That's not your point. Your point was that you could do the same thing about my beliefs. Tell me my beliefs and tell me how it's circular. Tell me the argument that I made today. What argument did I make for Christianity? What claim did I make? And how can you show me that it's circular and doesn't have a justification?
Again, I haven't been a part of your entire life.
Okay, right? So then don't make accusations that you can't back up. Do you have an argument for Islam or no?
So John, here's my point. My point that I'm trying to make is that you're asking people to come on here to prove you wrong. Using their beliefs, which you're going to refute and say it's not what you believe, right? And so that's exactly what you've done.
That's not what I've done.
You just said you weren't here for the whole thing, so how do you?
And
know
that's
what
also
we're
not
doing?
what I've done, because what I've been doing is the Socratic method. The Socratic method is not inserting my beliefs.
So you said Islam is a red flag. What about Islam?
Do you know what that is? What is the Socratic method?
I'm asking you to tell me what is a red flag. And then I'll prove that
so
wrong.
you're doing a red herring now. You're avoiding completely. So you made an accusation towards me that I'm just denying other people's beliefs based off my own beliefs. But yet I haven't presented any of my beliefs.
Okay. So let me, you raised an issue about, well, I don't know if it's you or your co-host or the other gentleman there with the hat on, but I think he said something about what is more, what would be a more appropriate, forgive me, I don't remember how he phrased it, but essentially somebody who tells the truth or somebody who performs miracles, right? And so
that's not implying a belief. That's a Socratic method. That's asking a question.
I understand that. But my point is this, is that what he's implying is that Jesus performed
When you're
miracles.
saying what he's implying, you're reading between the lines. You're not taking the principle of charity. Do you have an argument for Islam or no?
Yeah, my argument is this, is that Islam is a religion that is based off of a certain set of principles and beliefs, right? We can cherry pick.
This is what you believe. Again, I'm going to stop you. What is your argument for Islam? Give me an argument.
My argument for Islam is you look at the history of the Prophet and the life that he lived. And the message
here we go.
Well, no, so the message that
No, you're finally saying something of substance. Go ahead. Keep going.
Well, so you say I'm finally saying something of substance, but here...
Please don't stop. Continue doing it.
No. Continue doing what you're doing.
But no, I understand. But so listen, if you guys want to be genuine in your approach here, and so look, I'm not here. I'm not here.
No, just continue. John, you're good. The Prophet is a good person, and we can look at his life. Go start from there. We can look at the Prophet's life. Continue that statement. Please.
I think it's
I'm
important.
an
If you want to
idiot
have a
for cutting you
genuine,
off. I'm an idiot. I'm a moron for cutting you off.
no,
Please just
but
go
you,
right back to the track.
but hold on. If you guys want to have a genuine,
We're trying to.
sincere
That's the
conversation-
problem.
but-
That's why we're
but no,
having
the
an
pro-
aneurysm right now. Is
no,
we're trying
no.
so hard to have a genuine conversation.
But the problem is that you guys say things, and then you don't let somebody actually counter or rebut what
No,
you're
We
saying.
haven't made an
I
argument.
want you to. I want you to continue the life of the prophet. Islam is true because of the life of the prophet. Go from there. Start from there. Go.
So I think so. I guess let me even take it a little further, one step further back than from Prophet Muhammad. And so you have to understand. I think that you have to establish. I think understanding whether or not God exists. I think the foundation is, does God exist? Right?
We
I
agree.
think this is
God
what-
exists.
So
We agree.
you say that, okay? You and I may agree, right? But there are a lot of people who don't agree. Or
You're
maybe
not
they
talking
don't
to a lot of
agree.
people. You're talking to us. Convince us.
Neil agrees.
We
We
all
agree God
agree.
exists.
God exists. God is real.
So
Islam.
If we all right. So if we believe God exists, we believe that God must have sent a messenger, right? He must send a messenger.
Why?
Why? How else would God reveal what He wants, right? So how else?
Why
would
does God have to reveal what he wants?
So if He, so if God sent, so if God created human beings,
Mhm.
right? He created us with a purpose, I believe, right?
Why do
I
you
believe
why do
that
you know
God-
he created us for a purpose?
Because if we understand what God is somebody who is not, he's omnipotent, right? He is somebody, he is a being that does not do things in, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not done in vain, right? God, everything
How do you
God
know
does-
he doesn't do things in vain?
How do I know?
Yes,
I
you
think
just you
because-
have a lot of presuppositions here that seem to be already based on what Islam says. So it seems like you're using Islam to prove Islam, which is fine if you can actually make an argument for it. But you're doing what's called an intuition pump. You're assuming that we have certain premises that you have, and saying that okay, well then we all agree and we're right, right? So you're saying he has to send a prophet. He has to do it. Why? Why should I believe that?
Why should why do we have to believe that? I would say that because if God created human beings, and if we believe that there is an afterlife, right, and God is going to judge us for those.
Well, why should I believe there's an afterlife too? Because traditional Judaism, if you go back to like old school Judaism, they didn't believe in an afterlife.
Yeah, I can't speak specifically about.
But I'm just saying, you're just saying there's a lot of presuppositions you're saying I have to assume. They didn't believe in an afterlife. They still believed that God existed.
So again, we're getting off. So I thought I was proceeding based on some things that I think Islam and Christianity agree on, right? That there is an afterlife. Just like we believe there's a God, we believe there's an afterlife. I'm here to prove whether or not. there's an
Listen for this.
afterlife.
Yeah, for the sake of the argument, we will grant God. We completely. We're not granting it. We believe God exists. We believe God sent. We believe God sent prophets. We believe God gave us revelation. Yes.
Well, but I don't believe he
good
has to send prophets.
No. It's not. It's not. Yeah. There's a distinction. So this is where we get into a little bit of semantic territory. When you say he has to do something, God is omnipotent. He could have revealed it. He could have, like, would you agree with this? God could have created us all with just the knowledge that he exists if he wanted to, if it was like in line with his desires.
I agree with that. God can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, so God could have done something. So that it's not a necessity that he does it via a prophet or via revelation. He could have done it another way, but he deems this way more valuable, right? So that's perfectly fine. We agree on the premises that you've laid out so far. God did send messengers. He did send prophets. Now, continue where you're going with your point from there.
Okay. And so when through God's, I guess if you look at the history, right, we believe in Prophet Adam, right? We believe in Prophet Moses, we believe in Prophet Noah, right? So we believe Islam teaches, right, about these other prophets. I think that is in line with Christianity.
So this
right?
is where we divulge. We do not hold that Adam is a prophet.
Okay, but we believe in all the other Abrahamic prophets.
Diverge, not divulge.
Do you believe in Habakkuk? Do you believe in Amos? Do you believe in Jeremiah? Do you believe in Isaiah? Do you believe in Ezekiel? Do you believe in these prophets?
So I'm not.
John?
I'm not here. So does the Quran mention every prophet? No, the Quran doesn't mention every single prophet that ever existed. God does mention the major prophets, but he also reveals that God sent a messenger to every nation, right? At one point, right? So
China?
the Quran, yes.
Who's the Chinese
Quran-
prophet?
God doesn't reveal that to us because there's not a necessity to. There was no reason to. God,
You
is it the same
just
prophet?
said he revealed a prophet to every nation. Who's the Chinese prophet?
Well, again, we're getting off topic here. So
That's
my
your
point is
argument.
no, my argument is not that. I'm trying to tell you why I believe. Why you told me to tell you why Islam was not a red flag, and so I'm making my point. I'm working through this. Whether or not he sent it to China or who he sent to China is not the point of my. It's not the point that I'm trying
But
to
your
make.
point that you made is he sends a prophet to all nations. That's part of God's motive.
So of course. So if you and I believe that God is going to judge us, right? We're going to be judged for our actions. If God did not send a messenger to a person or to a people, how can they be judged?
Yeah, so
right?
that's easy. We could just go off what Paul says. The Gentile do not have the law unto themselves with their own conscience bearing witness against them. He can judge us based off the morality that's written on our heart.
And I don't necessarily disagree with that statement.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so then we
your
don't
own
need the
argument.
prophet.
Well, here's the other thing. Your own argument undermines itself because we have countries today that you would not say have a prophet. There's no prophet of the United States that Allah sent, right?
No.
Well, no, that's Joseph.
That's not so. No, so God. So no. I think Prophet Muhammad is the prophet now
No,
for
but
all people. Yes. So here's
Okay,
why.
okay.
Because
Yeah. So
so
what does it have to do with there being a prophet? So if he's the prophet for all people, then there being a prophet in every nation seems to be completely arbitrary. Because if Muhammad is the prophet for all people, he should be the prophet for all nations, right?
Well, he was intended to be that, of course. We
Okay,
believe
then
that's
what,
what he
then
was
what,
intended to be.
then what do you mean that God sent a prophet for all people? That doesn't make sense.
What we're talking, if you look historically, right? Prophet Muhammad didn't exist for eternity. Jesus didn't exist for eternity. Jesus came to a specific
Jesus
people.
disagrees with you.
Yeah, I'm not going to grant you on that.
Well, did Jesus come? Was Jesus alive in the physical form, in the human form, as you guys believe, at the time of Abraham?
No, we're not doing it.
Okay, but that's
I
my
could,
point.
but I won't.
But so my point is that Jesus didn't come in the form that you guys believe that he came at the time that Jesus was born. Was Jesus
They're
born?
still waiting for an argument for Islam. See, Muslims are very talented in shifting to Christianity. It's actually should be studied how good you guys are at it.
No, but that's the point. You guys are redirecting me by saying something. I respond to that, and then you say that I'm diverging or
I'm just waiting for the argument. What's the argument? What is the argument for Islam?
Yeah.
So my argument for Islam is, again, I'm not here to make you guys believe me, okay?
Then why are you up here? What's the title say?
Nothing, because nothing I say will make you see.
So then you concede you can't prove us wrong?
No, it's not about proving you wrong. I'm making a point. You know, there are people who are listening. There are a lot of people who don't understand what Islam is, and all they get are people like you.
Here's what they understand about Islam. Here's what they understand about Islam. That not a single Muslim can actually give a coherent argument for why Islam is true. Chat.
Of course we can.
Do you come to that conclusion about Islam in the conversations that we've had today? That not one single Muslim can actually give a coherent argument for why Islam is. So here's the thing. If you're going to complain that I'm not letting you finish, I will put a timer on the screen. Neither me nor John will speak guaranteed for that amount of timer, but on the promise that you will give an actual argument. You will not tell me what you believe or like why you think it's good. You're just going to give me an actual argument and a justification for why it's true. How much time do you need?
So there is no amount of time. You cannot give me enough time to prove Islam in a TikTok.
I'm not asking you to prove it. I'm asking
Islam.
for an argument. So there's a difference.
Justification.
So an argument.
Give a single justification. So if you want to say, okay, hey, here's a justification, Muhammad is a prophet, then you have to back that up, right? A justification without evidence for it is useless. So that's your task.
All you have to do with an argument is present reasons that you think it's true and the conclusion that it comes to because of those reasons. Once you're finished that argument, we can go through the evidence and see if those have valid reasons. But I want an actual argument. So how much time do you need?
I don't need a timer. just
No,
allow me to make my point.
You
I
just
don't-
complained that I don't let people talk. So
Because
here's
you
the
keep-
condition.
you are
How
talking.
much time
But
do you need?
I don't have a specific amount
This is
of time. I don't know.
here's what's going to happen. You're going to give me a time and you're going to give me an argument. I'm going to move on. What do you want to do?
Okay, give me 5 minutes.
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Make your argument.
Okay, so Islam is a continuation of all prior Abrahamic beliefs or religions, right? So Islam came to when Jesus passed, or when Jesus came to the people, he talked about the second coming, right, of another Messiah, somebody else who was going to come, right? And I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on the Bible. I'm not going to be able to cite to any specific verses of the Bible, but I've come across verses, I've read verses where they talk about, where Jesus himself speaks of the second coming or the next Messiah that would come. The term that I've read, again, I'm reading some translation somewhere. It's not in its original format. I don't read Aramaic or even Greek. But from what I read, it speaks of the Comforter, right? The Comforter, Jesus speaks of the next coming Messiah, who is a Comforter. And that Comforter in Arabic is Ahmed, who is another name for Muhammad. And he talks about where he is going to come from and who he is going to be. And so Jesus passes. Jesus, again, I'm not going to get into whether or not we believe he was crucified or not crucified. But we believe, again, in these traditions, Prophet Muhammad comes and he presents himself. So Prophet Muhammad does not reveal himself as a prophet immediately, right? Because he didn't know he was a prophet at the time. Or I guess there's some maybe different schools of thoughts on whether Prophet Muhammad knew who he was or who he wasn't. But what we do know is that when Prophet Muhammad reached the age of 40, he was, God revealed himself through the angel Gabriel, right? But leading up to that point, Prophet Muhammad was an individual who lived amongst his people, who was a trader, he was a merchant. He was known to be most trustworthy, upstanding, great individual, human being, who, when people would leave, they would entrust him with all of their, to watch over his stuff. The point is that he was known to be this extremely trustworthy person, right? So when Prophet Muhammad came and revealed himself, after God revealed to Prophet Muhammad, right, who he was, he came to his people, and there's a tradition that talks about when he came to the people of Mecca, he asked them, if I told you that there was a caravan of people, an army that was coming to invade the city, would you believe me? And the people said, yes, of course we would believe you. You've been somebody who's been always known to be telling the truth, right? And so he said, okay, since you believe that, well, then I have something to tell you, right? That I am a prophet of God. God has sent me to reveal his message. And so, and obviously you had people who rejected that. You had people who believed him. There's people who followed him. And just like any other, messenger, right? People obviously didn't want the status quo to be challenged. And Prophet Muhammad then lived a life according to a certain set of standards. He revealed things to people. He was a messenger. People believed him because of the message that he brought. What he did, So here's the thing. So when Prophet Muhammad was revealing verses of the Quran, it wasn't being done all at one time. It was contextualized, right? Things would happen. He would reveal a verse. God would send down a message. He would then reveal that verse. These verses were not coming down in sequential order, right? It happened as things were happening. And so I'm struggling here because you have to look at everything as a whole, right? You have to look at the Quran as a whole in its complete form. And although we believe Prophet Muhammad, he did perform miracles, they weren't performed for people. All right. And Prophet Muhammad, the Quran itself was the miracle. And if you look at it, as like I said, if you look at
Time's
it,
up.
All right,
Okay.
time.
Oh no, hold
time.
on, John.
yeah.
I got.
Can I do
oh,
something?
no.
I
have it all too. I'm doing it
Can-
first. I wrote it down.
Can I-
Stop. Me first. Then you can go. This was my idea, so I'm doing it.
How about you do half and I
No,
do half?
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So you actually didn't make any argument. You made 8 individual claims. How many claims do you
Oh,
have, John?
he made more than that.
Well, I was focusing on like major claims. So you made.
Oh no,
you made-
everything. everything he said.
Let me
was a
speak,
claim.
John.
Every one of them. I listened and recorded you as you talked, and everything you said was not a justification. I'll let him read it. I'm just going to tell you where the problem. I'm going to let you read it.
You're not gonna let me.
Right? Everything you said was not.
It's not gonna let
Hey,
me. This
here's
was my
what
idea.
I believe.
This was my
and
thing.
why.
He stole it from me.
No. You can do it. Here's what I
No,
believe
I can't
and
do it. You're
why
doing
I believe
exactly what
it.
I wanted to do.
Okay, fine, do it. You just made claims. That's it. There are assertions without evidence.
There's only one claim that you actually made that's relatively close to an argument, and that was that Jesus said that he would send Muhammad the Comforter. The only problem with that is I can show you 5 verses after where he said he's going to say who's going to be the Comforter, that he tells us who the Comforter is. He says it's the Holy Spirit. He tells us who it is. So if that just debunks your only relative close to the argument. And John stole all my thunder, so I have nothing to say. But you just made I have 9 individual claims, no arguments.
So
5 minutes, non-interrupting, 5 minutes straight, and you gave no reason to believe in Islam. You just said, "Here's why here's
Big
like
story.
the claims I know. Here's the history of Islam."
No. So your thing is, I told you, I'm not here to prove Islam. I was not going to do that in 5 minutes.
Also,
you said
he's
Islam is
been
a.
voted off.
No, you didn't even give a single justification.
But you said
You
Islam.
no, and here's the thing. Now you just lied to me because that
What do you
was
mean?
the deal. The deal was I was going to give you 5 minutes and you were going to make me an argument. That's what you said. And then right at the end of it, you just said, "No, that's not what my goal was." So now you're a liar.
I said I wasn't to prove. No, I said my goal was not to prove that Islam was right.
You have been voted off the island. Appreciate your time.
Did you know?
People keep
can't-
asking. The
can't,
dono bar is at 158, 30 out of 300.
Can't Muslims lie to further the cause?
Yes and no. So they can perform like what's called taqiyya, or I don't know how to say it, but the idea is that they can lie in the context of if they feel like they're threatened or it's for like a good thing. And some Muslims have used that to justify lying to Christians to convince that Islam is true. For example, there was Imam who tells a story. He's the guy with the big beard, the big white beard. He tells a story of like how he told a man that he can convert to Islam. And he said, "I don't want to do it because I want to drink my alcohol." And he says, no, you can still drink. Come to Islam. Come to Islam. He said, okay. And then he became Muslim. And he says, okay, now you have to quit drinking. He's like, but you said I can quit drinking. Or I didn't have to quit drinking. He's like, no, you've already done your Sharia. Or not your Sharia, your, what's it called? Your, when you do your vocal thing that you commit to Islam, Shahada, thank you. You've already done your Shahada. And if you leave now, that's what he said. That was the Imam said. That was in his video. He posted it himself on his own channel.
That's really dirty.
All right.
You should read some super chats.
Okay. Hey, no. Demonetization.
Oh, sorry. When you said tequila, it just tequila. I'm sorry.
Is the dono bar half empty or half full? Hourglass emoji.
It's half full. I believe in positivity. Prophet Google married cousin A, B, and
these
C.
rules.
That's crazy. Thank you for the $5.
All these stupid rules.
A lot of these cart pulling Muslims out. 260 people watching. We already did that one. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate you. Pulling it out of your butt from the Abrahamic believer to another is modus ironis. Okay. John, what are you on next?
When am I on?
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow. I don't have work.
Should we do debates tomorrow? I don't normally we do debates. We do raids or something. Because everybody's gets every time I attack Islam, it's like, but you can't defend Christianity. So let's pick a day and let's defend Christianity.
Yeah.
Let's give justifications and arguments for it. So let's pick a day. What day you want to do it?
Let me talk to my wife. Here, 1 second.
Because it's always, well, you can't do it with Christianity. You just attack it. Oh, no, we'll do it. We'll do it. Come back on that day. We'll debate you. We'll give you arguments. We'll give you actual arguments. This guy sounds like Vince Vaughn. Me? They don't want a genuine conversation. They're grifters.
I just like to say, I've been waiting for that one. Because when somebody was like, oh, I bet they won't read that one. We read everything. And they're also like better than you, Christian, from what I gather in the chat. The Lord has not told them to move on yet, they said.
This format will end Islam in 3 months. I hope so.
Great.
Guest, all you're telling us is what you believe, not why. Too bad I will never get my 5 minutes back. I'm sorry, bro.
That was rough.
I'm sorry. But listen, people make accusations at you all day. The only reason you're winning is because you don't let us talk. Fine, I'll let you talk. Like, that's why we have a voting out system, because everybody was making accusations. Every time Big John Steele gets cooked, he kicks them. So I implemented a system where I can't kick.
We can do it tomorrow. I'm free.
I don't normally do debates on Tuesdays. It's my day off, John.
We could do a reaction.
We can do. We'll have to. Abby,
I'm not here tomorrow.
You've already booked the time?
Yep.
I could do it Wednesday too, if you want to do something else tomorrow. Again, I'm with my mother-in-law for Thanksgiving, and my children are gone at the park and things of that nature. So I'm a little more free this week because I don't actually have to do my church job.
We'll text.
I'm on vacation.
We might do it tomorrow.
That's fine.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
30 years old. 30 years old.
All right, man. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong.
It's absolutely not. It gives people a moral compass and something to live by, something to strive for. Humans are inherently bad unless they have some moral compass to guide them. I'm sure you assume the same with Christianity. So it's just a lazy way of viewing people. You know, it's an umbrella term by saying that Islam itself is a red flag. You're just putting
so
people
I'm not talking about the individual person. I'm talking about the religion itself.
Okay. Even then, though, I still say that you're putting everybody under an umbrella who follows this religion.
No, because somebody could follow Islam and not actually follow all of its teachings.
Yeah, but like
I can't judge an individual person based off the religion they're in. That's a ridiculous thing to do.
So what about it is a red flag? Because it's unclear what exactly do you not like.
The first thing is that it claims, for example, like a truth statement that is factually incorrect and therefore it cannot be true. So it's a false thing. So therefore we should believe as few false things as possible. Secondly, a lot of its teachings are not compatible with things that we consider virtuous. So for example, I don't think you should be able to marry a cousin. I don't think you should be able to marry children. I don't think you should be able to beat your wife. I don't think you should chop off people's hands when they steal from you. I don't think that you should have blasphemy laws. I don't think that you should have to pay jizya if you don't submit to Islam. There's a whole bunch of things that I completely disagree with as part of like the Sharia beliefs in Islam.
Right, and those are fair points. But then I would also like to add that that's hypocritical because I could go down a long list. I'm sure you're aware of what I could criticize Christianity for. You know that for a fact.
Yeah, so even if I granted that would not change anything that I just said.
Right, but it's an eye for an eye, and we're both going down at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's not like you can take me down.
So you agree that Islam is a red flag then?
Only if you agree that Christianity is. I'll grant you that if you grant me.
No, I'm not going to grant that. What I'm saying is I'm not going into the arguments of Christianity because the topic today isn't Christianity, right? Because we don't do those same things. We don't believe those same things. And you're going to say, well, yes, you do. And then we're going to get a whole debate about it. And we're not actually going to talk about Islam. Do you think Islam is a red
so you're
flag?
Scared. You're scared. No, that's fine. You're scared to discuss it. That's fine.
No, I'm not. Did you not just hear 2 seconds ago where I said either tomorrow? Hold on, Linda. Listen, Linda. I said 2 seconds ago.
Wow.
Not even 2 seconds ago before you came up. I said either tomorrow or on Wednesday, me and John are going to do nothing but defend Christianity. That's all we're going to do. So if you think we're scared, come back tomorrow or Wednesday, and we'll do nothing
Fair
but
enough.
defend Christianity.
Fair enough. That's fair. Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. You got that clear, high quality mic, so I hear you loud and clear. I appreciate that. I respect that.
Based. He just left on his own.
All right.
Please come back. Not now, but Tuesday or Wednesday. Defending Christianity is my favorite thing. I love defending Christianity more than I love cooking Muslims on their
Hello.
lack of justification.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm good. I'm 30 years old.
All right, bro. Islam is a red flag. Prove us wrong.
So, just to understand the question, what does it mean to be a red flag?
Yeah, I just say it's something that we wouldn't see as a general positive. We'd see it as a negative.
A negative, okay. So, the reason why I believe in Muhammad as a prophet of God is because that he has divine knowledge.
Okay. So
Okay.
hey,
Okay.
fair enough. It's an
We're-
actual
hey,
argument.
we're getting
in.
somewhere.
We're in.
Thank you.
Based. All right. So Muhammad's a prophet because he shows to have divine knowledge. If you have divine knowledge, then you are a prophet.
Correct.
Gotcha. All right.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I would agree with that. So show me how we know he has divine knowledge.
That he know exact knowledge of the future and what the things happens and occurs.
Okay. So how do we know it?
So, for example, he could predict like several historical events coming up, and he was able to hit it on the spot.
Yeah. So you're just giving vague representations. Like we were like, you need to give me an actual example where he has divine knowledge, and then the fact that it would also have to have more explanatory power and scope from divinity rather than like a different hypothesis.
Yeah, so
Right,
is
so-
the divine knowledge, let me just ask, is the divine knowledge in the Quran, the Hadith, and just like I said, we're picking one. Do you want to pick one from the Quran or you want to pick one from a Hadith?
Right. So, are we talking about like how we'll prove it from an Islamic perspective or a Christian perspective?
From a
No, we're
logical
going to say,
perspective.
yeah, you're going to say, okay, here is this place where Muhammad talks about an event in the future, and then here's this place where the event in the future happens exactly as he predicted it. So let's go to the claim that Muhammad makes first, either in Hadith or the Quran, and then let's associate it with some historical fact. All right?
Right. Okay. So just give me a couple of seconds to look it up, and I can give an exact
Go ahead.
proof.
We're getting somewhere. There's movement. John, are you frozen?
No, I'm just sitting really still.
Oh.
I just spaced out. I was like trying to envision.
You did. You were
Well,
gone.
because I've been studying categorical logic. Like I've been telling you, I was trying to envision what it would look like, written like professionally. So I was gone. If I hold really, really still, no one can see me.
All right. So, excuse me. I'm back here again. Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Right. So one of the things that he could predict was that Islam will spread across Arabia, which was not. That's just one of the arguments. Do
Okay.
we want to talk about that maybe first?
So Islam will spread. That's shown of divine knowledge. Okay. So we have hypothesis 1 that he got that revelation from God, or hypothesis 2, he just had a high confidence in it. And people do this all the time. All the time. So Conor McGregor knew he was going to be a double champion before it actually happened.
And just so we're clear, is this Hadith or Quran, and what's the source?
No, this is the Hadith, and I believe it's in Muslim. The book of
Sahih
Muslim.
Muslim?
But let me. Can I ask?
Okay, so
if-
even Sahih Muslim. Hold on. Sahih Muslim is written 200 years after.
Right. And why does that matter?
Well, because it's written after the prophecy came true.
And so what?
So if we're trying to figure out if it's from God or not, seems like a better hypothesis that has more explanatory power and explanatory scope. One sec.
So if
Thank
I write
you,
today
sec.
about
John and
One
Abby,
sec.
and this amazing community, for the endless hours of laughter, insight, and connection. You've created something truly special. This donation is my small thanks for Thanksgiving. God bless you all and may this season be full of grace and joy.
You're just trying to buy yourself up into another co-host position. Don't lie. But thank you very much. So yeah, if we're looking at something that's like got explanatory power and explanatory scope, hypothesis 1, God told them. Hypothesis 2, people wrote it down after and made it look like God told them. Hypothesis 2 is going to have more explanatory scope and explanatory power.
Right, but so the question that I really have is, so even if I put up a hadith, it doesn't really matter because what you really guys want is maybe the Quran.
Well, I'm just saying.
no.
You
What we
give a
want is
hadith.
something.
Go ahead, John.
What we want is evidence that this is something prior, right? Because that's just going to be the claim. Muhammad said this thing, but it's in Sahih Muslim, which is 200 years after, right? And so
Right.
that's not going to be a good justification necessarily, unless you can point to something else. Why should we believe this claim that in Sahih Muslim, Muhammad said X?
Right. I'm not sure how to respond to that, but what I can tell you why I'm a Muslim today, it's because the reason of that I can prove that Muhammad is a prophet.
Well, if you
Now,
can,
what
then
if
do
we-
Well,
it.
that's what we're that's what we're doing
Right.
right
So
now. That's
I know,
the
like
task.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, because we all have different ways of what it is a proof. So I'm kind of like want to ask you guys, what do you guys consider a proof for a prophet?
Yeah, so anything that's a proof would be anything that raises the probability of something being true. So this would not raise that probability simply because it was written after the prophecy happened.
No. So the question that I'm really asking is, how do you know somebody's divine, and what is the sign that he is divine? For example, can you give me an example for Jesus Christ? What does it have to determine that? He is divine?
Yeah.
Wait a second. We're talking about Muhammad right now.
Right,
'Cause
but
like I
do
said,
you
you
understand
said
the-
I know Muhammad is a prophet because X.
Okay, so I'll just
Right.
give you an example, but we're not going to go into defending it, right? If you want to
Right.
do that, come back tomorrow or Wednesday. We haven't picked the day yet.
No, I'm here. I'm
so,
here to
so
learn.
the example is this: Jesus Christ resurrected from the dead. That is our example.
Right. So we agree on that, and that's why we take him as a prophet. But also alongside
You believe
that, we
Jesus
also
Christ
believe-
resurrected from the dead?
No, he could resurrect somebody from the dead. He didn't do it himself.
So yeah, our belief that Jesus
Yeah, our
Christ
belief he did it
is that
himself.
he himself resurrected from the dead. That's why we have that's our justification. And like I said, we're going to go into that on why we think
I'm
it's
not
true.
I'm not going to debate that with you. Right.
Now-
I understand that.
Now, how do we know that Muhammad actually received divine information, has divine knowledge of the future?
Right. So Prophet Muhammad, he had the Quran that was sent in from the angel
Gabriel.
Gabriel or Mikael. And the Quran is a divine knowledge from God.
That's what you believe.
That's the claim. But why should we believe that?
So you have a conclusion. You guys are really good at the conclusion part, but you're
Right.
missing the argumentation that leads to the conclusion.
What is a good reason to believe that claim? In the same way, like I said, you started off really strong. You said Islam is true because, the Prophet Muhammad has divine knowledge. And then we went into a single instance where you say he had divine knowledge, and that's that the religion spread throughout the area. But here's the case: if it's in Sahih Muslim and that's written after the effects, that would be like me, for example, going to a birthday party, right? And I see all the people at the birthday party, and then I write down after the birthday party, well, Jerry told me that over 100 kids were going to be at the birthday party before the birthday party started, right? Well, I've already been to the birthday party, so I'm just writing this down, and it doesn't actually provide a justification.
Right. So thanks for giving that example. But I will say that the one thing, for example, that you said a really good thing, that the Prophet Muhammad, he was able to see the future, but he gave a good example that Conor McGregor can also see the future, but like Conor McGregor also didn't have the attributes as Muhammad did. Muhammad had great character. He had a lot of honesty.
Yeah, but that's arbitrary.
That's the claim
ad
again.
hoc. You don't need to have good character and a lot of honesty to be a prophet from God.
Right.
For example, you
And,
believe in the old prophets. Well, Balaam was a prophet, and he was literally cast out for not being a good prophet.
Can you repeat that one more time, sorry?
So you guys claim that you believe in the old prophets, like all the same prophets that we do. Well, Balaam was a prophet, And Balaam was not a good prophet. He was literally cast out for being a bad prophet, being a bad guy, but he still gave prophecy. You do not need to be a good person to be a prophet. So that's arbitrary and ad hoc to put that in there.
Right. I don't believe that maybe he was necessarily a prophet, but he was God's man at one point, and then some decision was made, and then he
Balaam?
was expelled.
Balaam
sure if he
literally
was,
spoke to God.
Balaam.
God literally
I'm not
spoke
sure,
through
so
him
I'm
to
gonna be
deliver
honest, I'm not sure
prophecy
about that.
to Balak.
Okay. But as I mentioned earlier, the divine knowledge, it wasn't considered divine knowledge from your perspective that he could predict the future.
No,
And
if he could, okay, well, I'm going to grant that. Just predicting the future also wouldn't prove to me that it's from God. But I'm just going to grant for the sake of argument that it would, just to see if you can actually show me him predicting the future.
right, so I just gave you one example.
But
And, for you-
that doesn't work because there's no justifiable reason to think that predates the event.
Right, so that didn't work for you maybe, but so that's why I'm asking, what do you consider?
It's not about what works for me or what doesn't work for me. A justification means that it has to have a higher probability, right? That it has to be like a stronger output. So he wrote it down. It's written down after the event took place. If I can prevent a hypothesis that is simpler to explain, well, he knew it spread, so he wrote it down as if Muhammad knew it spread. That's simpler than saying God revealed it to him.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you
So,
have to show is you have to
so is the
show an
question,
account
let's-
where Muhammad
Yeah, go ahead,
says
sorry.
you just have to show an account where Muhammad says something prior to the event happening in terms of not only the statement but also the written transmission.
Right. So the issue here is that 200 years after was written down, and that's why you're asking a question mark if it actually happened, that he
No,
stated it.
I don't know if he stated it. How do we know he stated it? We have
It's
some
just
guy
one
telling
source
us.
saying he
How do you
stated
know
it,
there's
yeah.
a lot of you? So, okay, let me ask you another question. Have you been in Thailand before?
Have I been to Thailand? No.
Yeah. No, okay. But do you believe that Thailand exists?
Yes.
Right. Have you seen picture of Thailand?
Yes.
But how can you actually know, but you've never been there?
Yeah, I have a high confidence that Thailand exists, mainly because if I wanted to right now, I could book a ticket to Thailand and no one's going to stop me doing that. I also have friends that have been to Thailand, trained to Thailand, who have videos of them going to Thailand, photos of going to Thailand, pictures going to Thailand, competed in Thailand. Like Thailand was a bad choice for me because I do martial arts and there's a large amount of people I know who go to Thailand to train.
Right.
So I have a pretty good justifications to say that Thailand is true. But somebody 200 years writing something down, saying that somebody said something, is not really a good justification.
So is it better?
Like
if
I
told
don't,
you that,
and
it's-
listen. I'll even give you like a concession for a tukokay for a second. 200 years after the events of Jesus, it is a rougher justification. It's not as good as what you would want to have, right? It's not saying it's false, but it's saying when we are applying references and we get later and later and later, if we don't have earlier attestation and all we have is late attestation, then it's just going to be that evidence is a lot more suspect. Doesn't mean it's not true. It just means the evidence, if it is purely like 3rd, 4th century, 200 years after the events, you're going to have issues
Right.
with whether or
So-
not the statements are true.
Sorry to interrupt you, but what if I told you that maybe somebody that was living right after his death mentioned, for example, Hussein ibn Ali?
Yeah, but you don't have that writing of him.
But if I gave you something earlier, would you then believe that he's divine? He has divine knowledge?
You have to give me
Well,
something that
you have to give
predates
something
the event
earlier.
happening.
Okay.
And then even if like this specific one, Islam spread, well, that's not really a divine thing because that's just somebody being confident in their religion and their viewpoints.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's like the birthday party example I gave. It's like, hey, Jerry over here said, I'm going to have 100 people at my kid's birthday party, and they're going to know that, hey, okay, my kid's pretty popular at school, has a lot of friends, constantly engaging with people, and we sent out over 500 invitations, right, for people to come to the birthday party. And so if 100 kids plus come to the birthday party, and that's going to be consistent with what Jerry says prior to the event, then I'm not going to call him a prophet because of that. I'm going to say that he made an assessment. He had a high degree of confidence, and he made the claim based off of that.
There are people who do this for a living. They're called statisticians. Like if you've ever placed a bet, there are people who make predictions all the time and give you odds based off of like just past knowledge. We wouldn't say that they have divine knowledge.
All right. So it seems like I'm not going to be able to prove it from the way you understand it, to be honest, at this point.
I hate that kind of language. That way that you understand it is such like a cop-out way of saying it. It's like saying, well, yeah, this all makes sense, but there's something wrong with me.
No, not necessarily that way, but I'll just say, maybe it sounds a little bit in my own words, that the things has happened and it occurred. And just because it was written 200 years later, it doesn't mean that it didn't actually been said or predicted.
Yeah, that's
No,
not,
but what's
that's
more
not our
probable?
claim. We're talking about
What's more
probabilities.
probable?
Yeah.
The question
But,
is on
is it
probability.
possible?
So let me just ask.
Is it possible I can?
Let me just ask the question this. Let me just ask the question this way.
Right.
If you agree with us that a prophecy has to predate the events happening, we know Sahih Muslim is 200 years after,
Right.
and the spread of Islam is like a very it's not a very specific type of prophecy. It's a very general type of thing. Hey, the religion is going to spread throughout this region. Why do you believe it? Not just because of like other commitments, but just on this point, on this single point, why do you believe that specific instance is divine knowledge? Separate from any other thing, just looking at the data, just looking at the history.
Right. So I completely understand your question, but for me, it's just not one element that's going to determine everything for me. Because let's say somebody says it, like a perfect example was said, Conor McGregor predicts that on the third round, he's going to knock out somebody. Now, not without bad talking too many UFC fighters, but maybe he doesn't have the most trustworthy personality.
Yeah.
Now, I can
So then this
cross
becomes
him totally
ad
out
hoc.
of the list. I can totally cross him out of the list and say, that's not a man of God, or
Yeah,
say
this
it's
all
not a
becomes
prophet.
arbitrary and ad hoc then. If you need a whole bunch of like principles to make a conclusion, then all the principles self-contained are just arbitrary.
Right. Okay. So at this point of time, I'm not going to be able to, but is it possible I can ask you guys the simple
appreciate that.
question as well?
What question?
I just want to understand, just because I also follow Jesus, the son of Mary,
No, you don't.
and I believe personally that he's a prophet, and Islam we do. And I want to know how did Jesus pray? Like, how did he
Standing,
actually perform prayer?
standing and looking at the sky.
Okay. Interesting.
He prayed in a number of different ways. There's no specific way to pray.
Okay. So from my understanding is that he prayed like we did,
Nope.
No.
where he put his. No?
Did you listen
Okay.
to a word Little John just said?
Yeah, there's various ways that he prayed. There's a description that looks similar to the way that you pray, but I've also prayed that way. I've
Right.
prayed under that same like
So do all
stipulation that
Coptic
you would say.
Christians. Just become a
Right.
Coptic Christian then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
So my question really is, who did he pray to then? Just so I can understand. I'm just here for learning.
No, you're
It's
not.
the
You guys
Father.
think so?
No, hold on. No, I know for a fact you're not because you're giving Dawa script. You don't think I haven't heard this Dawa script 1,000 times? And I can guarantee you, I bet my life on it. I'm not the first Christian you've asked these questions to, am I?
Okay. So by the Lord of this universe.
What is
who
What is
asked
the
that-
answer that I'm going to give to you about who he prayed to?
No. So I just want to learn about
No,
Jesus
you don't.
Christ
Stop
and-
lying.
Wow. Okay. Are you emotional or something?
Not emotional. I just know you're lying. You're
So I
straight
just
up
told
lying.
you
You're
that I-
giving Dawa script. You're not
Yeah.
here to
So
learn.
how do you
You're here-
think
you're
think
trying-
we'll answer?
You're trying to
No,
show
wait,
that
wait,
you're trying to
just
show that
hear-
Christianity isn't true, and then it more aligns with the Islamic viewpoint than your viewpoint. You're giving Dawa,
Why?
and you're
no, wait,
lying and
wait a
saying
second.
I'm just trying to
Why do you
learn.
think that? That's very interesting. I'm trying to really
The re-
I'm really
no,
trying to,
you're
like,
not,
learn
because
more.
I have talked to thousands of Muslims. And they all
Okay,
get
so
the
now-
exact same criteria in speech for the Dawa script. This is Dawa script. Stop lying.
Hey, listen, if you don't want to answer me, that's okay. I'm just here to learn.
And now that's
Do you wanna teach me?
manipulation. That's gaslighting.
I'll answer you. It's the Father. It's the Father.
Please, if you don't mind, can you answer me the other person?
I answered you. It's the Father.
It's the Father.
I'll,
alright.
I'll engage this for a moment. It's the
Please, if
Father.
you don't mind, I'm just here to learn.
No,
about
stop
Christianity.
saying that. Stop lying. Just say you're making an argument
it's the
against
Father.
Christianity.
Big John
It's the
Steele,
Father.
if you
Go
don't
ahead.
mind, I'm just having this conversation with the gentleman. Okay, so it's
No,
the Father.
it's my show. I get to choose who you talk to, dog. But stop lying. Just say, just be a man and say you're making an argument against Christianity. We can engage in it.
I don't have to prove anybody to be a man, but for the respect of you and your show, I think I'm just gonna jump off. I appreciate you having me here.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
That's time anyway.
It is time.
It is so
Time.
funny. Oh, I just
time.
have
It's
a little question. How did Jesus pray? I'm just really interested in that.
Every freaking Muslim knows. Like I guarantee you that he's asked a stupid amount of Christians the same question, and they've all probably given different answers. Sure, because Christians.
Well,
are
here's
very
an
consistent
account
a
where
lot of
Jesus
times.
is praying while standing up. Oh well, your Bible's corrupted.
Yeah. Like it's not in the guys. I'm just trying to learn. I want to understand. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because if you were just trying to learn, you'd ask a completely different question.
Yeah, nobody who's just trying to learn, that's not the first thing you're going to go to.
Well, like if you're trying to learn, you're going to ask the question like, hey, what is the point in the crucifixion? That would be like a question I'd be like, yeah, that's a genuine question. But if your question is like, why is Jesus doing all the things that Muslims do? That's not a question. That's a loaded question. That is an argument. And you are lying. You are lying. Prayer posture. It's such a stupid argument. Because like the conclusion that Muslims have is like Jesus
is the Muslim.
Jesus
Yeah.
prostrated, so therefore we should be Muslims. Or shouldn't it just like the conclusion be like Christians should start prostrating? Like, how's that not the conclusion? Anyone? Bueller? How's that not the conclusion? Kneeling down while praying isn't religious specific. No. Like how many religions prostrate? Like Muslims prostrate, Coptic Christians prostrate. I've prostrated. John's prostrated.
Prostrate.
What?
You said prostate.
No, I said prostrate.
Nope.
I
Rewind
did
the clip.
not say what did you say?
Yes, you
Prostate?
did.
I did
You
not
said
say
prostate.
prostate. Prostrated.
You did.
I think he's gaslighting
did.
you.
You're gaslighting me.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna clip it after this goes live.
It's not what I said. I know the difference
You
between
said-
a prostate and prostrate.
No, you said prostrate.
Are you
twice,
sure?
but
Are you
then
sure that's
on
what I
the
said, or
third
it's just the
time-
fact that I got a freaking speech impediment and like I say elbow funny?
You forgot the R on one of your articulations.
Chat, what did I
all
say?
Of them.
Chat, what did I
Not
say?
all of them. Not all of them, but one of your articulations.
Striker
said
said 100% gaslight, and he would tell you if you
And
said
somebody
it
else said that that Little John is wrong. Another person said I said now I'm getting confused. Prostrate. Yeah. I heard it right. Yeah. No, John, you're wrong in this one.
Nope, I'll show you. I'll show you it.
Look,
You
right
forgot
here.
the R in one of
John
your
said
statements.
prostrate.
Yeah. You're
This guy
just
said
making
Lil
an
Jon was
argument
right.
ad populum. Argumentum ad populum.
I didn't say.
Argumentum ad populum.
I hate this guy.
I'm telling you, I will clip it. And I will show you.
You can clip it as much as you want. It might even sound that way, but that's not what I said.
I'm justified in saying that you said prostate if it sounded like you said prostate.
They're coming
Yes?
back and they're saying you said it
You're
once.
justified in saying that's what you heard.
You said it once. Yeah, so I have a justification. for my
You're
position.
justified in saying that's what you heard, not what I said.
Yeah, W, I'm justified.
You're justified and
have a
that's what you
good
heard. You can make a claim that I heard this. You can't make the claim that I said this.
Well, if I heard it and it is what you said, then I'm justified in that.
If it is what I said, but for you to have
It
a
is.
justification that it is what I said, you need a concession from me.
Well, brother, I'm about to get that concession as soon as this goes live because it's going to be and you better not edit it before you post it.
I don't edit anything.
Okay.
I literally post clips of me getting schooled. Like I don't edit nothing.
Okay. I'm going to show you, like I said, you said prostrate, and then you went prostate, and you forgot the R.
Abby?
I wasn't listening.
This is what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, when you're addicted to debate.
It
becomes
do a poll, Abby.
For real.
Do a poll.
Did
Hold on. You know what? I could just
We
play it
just
right now.
debate
I
for
could just play it right now. I could go right now and play it.
Gonna play it right now. It was when you strung the words together. Now you might not. It was when you meant to say it.
Okay. Interesting.
He
Nope.
Script.
Nope.
Right when he leaves. Do that.
Yeah. Like it's not in the guys. I'm just trying to learn. I want to understand. No, you're not.
First thing you're going to go to.
Well, like I'd be like, yeah, that's a genuine question. But if you're quite a loaded question, you are lying. Stupid, because like the conclusion that Muslims should be Muslims, or shouldn't it just like the conclusion be like anyone? Bueller? How's that not the conclusion? Kneeling down while praying isn't religious specific. No, like how many religions prostrate? Like Muslims prostrate, Coptic Christians prostrate. I've prostrated. John's. I did. Damn it.
Darn.
Just say I'm right, and we can move on with
I
our
just
day.
did.
Say yes, little.
Like
no.
Muslims
The
prostrate,
actual
Coptic
words like
Christians
yes, little John.
Prostate. I've prostrated. John's prostrated. Like Muslims prostrate, Coptic Christians prostrate. I've prostrated. John's prostrated.
Just once.
Prostrate.
There's a slip of the tongue. I was clearly trying to say prostrate. Clearly trying to say it. I didn't get the word wrong. I just my vocabulary messed up. Because obviously, in the context, I was trying to say prostrate. I was, because I said it a bunch of other times before and after. You're muted, John. I'm not listening to a word you're saying. You're gone, bro. I have the power here.
That's too much power.
I have the power here.
It's too much power.
All right, bring him back on. I just had a vendetta against the Coptic Christians.
That's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I love the comments right now. The comments are very encouraging. And Lord Striker said, I defended you.
Or Striker.
See, it just shows your audience doesn't actually listen to you.
It's
I care.
God bless you all. Go to church. Amen. World Radio. Wouldn't learning about Christ from those who knew him firsthand better than someone who wrote about him hundreds of years after his death? Do Muslims believe Jesus was the Son of God or in the Trinity? No. And then again, thank you, Lord Striker, for the support to top off the meter. Appreciate you. New debate topic. John said, prostrate. Prove me wrong. Win a medical exam. Try Sharia law is a red flag. Prove me wrong. It just got harder to go after Islam. And other John, you guys watch VeggieTales at home. It's pretty based. I don't watch VeggieTales. No.
I don't watch it now because
I watch the old school VeggieTales.
Yeah,
like the new
new one is
VeggieTales
weird.
is broken.
Our Father's in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Lord, thank you for these conversations. I think you are good in what you do, and I think that you can do good things with these conversations. Even though I don't think it was too fruitful today, Lord, what others mean for evil, you can use for good, and you can use to build your kingdom. Maybe, Lord, we've shown that just the rationality of like who you actually are is the best and what we should actually lean into. So help us all come to the knowledge of that, especially everybody who's come against us today, Lord. I ask that you just bless them with the knowledge of your love and what you provided on the cross. Draw them into you and who you are. Continue to walk with us. Don't let us be armchair Christians. Allow us to provide the gospel in any way that we can through our own talents. Forgive us of our sins and never turn your face from us. In Jesus' name, amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. All right, guys, you know what to do. Go follow me on all platforms. We might be live tomorrow debating. Well, we'll probably be live tomorrow either way. I don't know if we'll be a debate or not. But if we do the next live, we'll be defending Christianity. So everybody's like, you can't defend it. It's the same as the baby. Bring it on, mother truckers. Bring it on. So yeah, we'll be defending that next. If you want to support this channel, you can support it on Patreon. Links in the bio. Somebody asked if we offered a Bible teaching course earlier. Yes, on my Patreon. I do a Bible study most days. I try to get it Monday through Friday, but sometimes I get caught up in other things and I miss a day. But for the most part, I at least get 4 days a weekend. So if you want to support us and want to contribute, there you could do that there, or just help the channel grow. You also got exclusive content. John hasn't started his own things yet, so he doesn't have anything to plug just yet. But John's trying to take down...
You can just follow me on TikTok if you want.
Bought by Blood. He's also trying to take down the Muslims, and he's looking for a high-end Muslim to debate. He's looking for a high-end Muslim to debate. So if there is one out there that's not actually scared of John, so far we know Orthodox Muslim is scared of him. And no, wait, you and Anas are going to debate though, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, he's going to debate me. Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to happen. So yeah. So if you guys want to see more of that, go follow John. We're going to hang out on YouTube for about 5 more minutes. So at Big John Steele, if you guys want to come over there, if you have any questions. If not, God bless, and we'll see you all next time. This is insane. This is insane. There's no way that this is like real life. You know, a long time ago when we started going at the Muslims, when Christians like really started focusing on it, I was watching Parker's live, and Parker said that he just started stealing Christian arguments against Muslims and then reapplying it to Christianity. It's just the tu quoque fallacy. Whole song. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. He's like, yeah, these guys got good arguments. I'm just going to use them against themselves. That's what I started doing with atheism. I started stealing Matt Dillahunty's arguments and using it against atheism. John, what are you doing?
Someone put something in the comments and I think they're incorrect because I'm looking and I don't see anything.
You're debating in the comments, right? That's how addicted you are to it's the end of the show.
No,
go to the comments.
No. Or someone said Libby made 2 videos of me, and I don't see them anywhere. Yeah, I don't see. I was going to check on Libby's YouTube and TikTok, and I don't see where he.
Pretty sure he just made the one. See Nick defeat Muslim Jake. I did see that. Yeah, it was a pretty bad beating. Also, guys, we did reach our donation goal for today, so thank you very much for that. This is what keeps the channel going and keeps it running. So I appreciate everybody who contributes to that. Although I do got to say, not everybody can contribute. I get that. And, you know, everybody's got a hard time. But it's like the same core group of people. And I really appreciate you do that. But we get a lot more viewers than that. So every once in a while, if you throw like $1 or something like that, it just keeps the channel going. It doesn't have to be a lot. And if everybody gives a little, nobody has to give a lot. And that keeps us running. So, yeah. Yeah, there's that. Somebody says they're going to post it in the Discord for you. The 2 videos about you. Little John's TikTok is bought, like purchased by Blood. So bought by Blood, 316. Because I always said brought. That was my thing.
Yeah. I've been going live with Muslims a lot lately.
Yes.
Last night I got into a shouting match with a Muslim, and it was fascinating.
Can you send one set? I don't know if you can. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he was making an argument that Tertullian was saying that Jesus was a created being because he uses like temporal language. And he was going off his computer, I was going off memory, and I said, listen, how about this? Let's just go bar for bar and let's read it together. Let me get my computer. And I went and got my computer, and then he turned into a little chihuahua, just puppy, because I showed him where Tertullian shows that Jesus was eternal, and that he's using temporal language because sometimes you just have to when you're talking about time. You have no choice.
Yeah.
Like when we say, what was God doing before he created, or something to that effect, right? You have to use temporal language to even sound coherent in a conversation about eternality.
Well, you also believe in God is in time, equal to his nature. So, all right, folks, before me and John start yelling at each other for believing different things, we love y'all. God bless, and we'll see you all maybe tomorrow. Well, yeah, we'll see y'all. Bye.
I love you.